We back. Pog? Oh, Pog. I
And then,
have
yeah, go ahead.
I have Santa Fe winning 3-2 just because I believe in the I don't know, the Azzy and Servette seem to be meshing more as a team because you don't have one hard carry, so that they're all playing a bit better together. Whereas Dallas, I think Rebel and GG are pretty much are in double digits in every stat. And Billy is yet to play, so I'm not really sure what Billy could bring.
Yeah, I also picked Santa Fe to win this in 5. I think it's the unknown of Billy. Depending on how Billy plays with them, I think he can tip the series either for a Dallas win or to a Dallas loss. I'm not sure how he'll fare, so that's why I picked Santa Fe.
Yeah, this is where I actually disagree with you guys a little bit here. I have Dallas winning in 5. Still game 5. I think it'll be extremely close. But in the end, I think Dallas's top lineup on paper will take out one of the top still closer to mid tier from Santa Fe, because Santa Fe is missing Nerve, they're 160. So I do think Dallas will be able to come out and get this win 3-2.
Yeah, I just think that the Santa Fe team's been together since December, probably.
Yeah.
I think that might give them an edge over this Dallas team that, with this 3, probably haven't been together for more than a week.
Yeah, I get where you're coming from, but at the same time, Rebel and GG have been popping off. So.
Oh yeah, they're both good.
It's just the unknown of Billy that kind of sways me towards Santa Fe. All right, let's go on to Carr versus New England. I am personally biased because I own Carr, but I'm really confident in Silhouette. I'm really confident in Sean, and even though I love Fun in the Wheat, I don't see it going more than 4 games. I can see NEV picking up 1, but
I can't help. You skipped over my boy Aries, the man, the myth, the legend. He goes by Bell now.
Oh, Bell is playing tonight, but I believe in Silhouette. Bell, not as much. I've been there in scrims.
Dude.
No, Bell is 150 is I think one of the best values in the league for me. But with being a 150 comes the inconsistencies that obviously everyone has to worry about. I think even though I love NEV, I have to put my team 3. I have to.
This is New England's top lineup, isn't it?
I think so.
On paper, yes. They have a 170 and 2 165s.
Yeah. If New England can't scrape together a win this series, I think they're going to be in trouble going forward.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if they can keep up with Silhouette though.
Yeah. I think this match is pretty crucial because the South Division is Atlanta at 12 points, I think, currently, after the series gets fixed. And if we win this, we'll be tied at 12 points as well. Making the South Division a very fun division to be in. And wouldn't recommend it for anybody.
Yeah. New England's like in the opposite of, well, I mean, they're in the same boat. They need to win this, but they're at the bottom of their division looking up, and they need this to try and get some footing to try and catch up to New York, because New York is looking really strong in their division. So yeah, if they don't take this series or at least get a point out of it, I think they're gonna have a rough time going forward. I think it's also gonna like kill their momentum, because like this is their top lineup, and I think if they lose this, it'll probably be a rough like momentum swing for them. I'm not sure.
Absolutely.
I'm not sure if they'll like make a roster move or what they'll do.
All right. Anything, Fuse? All right, for sure. Good talk.
Yeah.
We'll move on to KCC and NOC, which we're all from the stream picks. Everyone seems to be KCC sided, but it's kind of fair play when KCC is fielding Bits and Miles currently, who from last season shown that they can play the game. They might not have the stats, but I think they sit from their chemistry from last season. They just make it work.
Yeah, they're both two really solid players. From New Orleans, we got Wild Cherry, South Carolina, and Queen Bee going.
Mm-hmm.
I think this is New Orleans' top lineup as well. It's their ABC players.
Yeah. I will give it to Wild Cherry though. Last season he had a hell of a season, so I can't count him out. But I think Bits and Smiles have too much chemistry to really, for Kira and Queen Bee to really have an impact. I think.
Yeah. If Wild Cherry can get I think Wild Cherry needs to focus more on letting South Carolina and Queen Bee kind of move out while he holds everything together. When we played them on Friday, they allowed too many open nets, and we'd get a clear by them, and there would just be no one left on defense. So I think they kind of need to clean that up. If they don't clean that up, I think Bits and Smiles will be able to take advantage of that, and it will not be a good series for New Orleans.
Yeah, I kind of feel the same. Fuse, anything for the KCC NOC game?
Yeah, I think based on these lineups here, I do have KCC winning 3-1. I think Wild Cherry is good enough to maybe steal a game off of them, but that Bits and Smiles combo is really deadly. So I don't think they're going to be able to take the series.
I've got Kansas City 3-1, I think.
Yeah, only Rascal and Will have KCC, and NOC going to Game 5. The rest of us have 3-1 KCC.
Yeah, I think it's gonna come down to if Wild Cherry can control the game, and I think he's gonna have a hard time controlling the game going up against Bits and Smiles.
Yeah, I mean, Wild Cherry did have a really good season last season, but he did have pretty solid players.
He had
surrounding
Fighter
him
Vet
with-
backing him.
Yeah,
who's
Fighter
very
Vet
solid.
and Dominus Rex at the time, who's now Crimson.
Yeah.
Who were both pretty solid. So I mean, it's really on Wild Cherry's team now to step up, see what they can do versus a pretty solid Kansas City squad.
Yeah.
What about the games of the week? What else do we Any notable matchups?
I'm trying to see what series are being played tonight. I think Los Angeles and Portland are playing right now.
Okay.
That's actually a very important series in the Western Conference. The winner propels themselves into, especially with Portland getting the win over Phoenix yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
The winner of this series moves themselves into a really good spot to compete for a wildcard spot, while the loser is kind of having to struggle more. I think if Portland wins, they get bumped up to 7 points for the season, and if Los Angeles wins, they're at 8 points. And then kind of the opposite. If they lose, they're at 5 or 4 points. So it's just it's a important series this early in the season for both of them. And I didn't think this series, looking at this series from the beginning of the season, I didn't think it would be that important of a matchup, but it definitely is.
Yeah. I'm just looking for divisional games that like the Central Division where everyone's within 1 point of each other. The South is at 4. It's not too bad, but like the one Pacific Division, there you go, is separated by 3 points. So a lot of these games are pretty crucial to at least try to make a run to get to playoffs. Because teams like San Diego or Washington that are on the lower ends of their divisions aren't actually that far off the playoffs, so it could make the run later on in the season pretty interesting. But then you have teams like Utah who have 15 points and Seattle with 1, so that division's going to be a lot harder to get out of. And even the Gulf, like NOC only has 2 points. They have yet to win a game. So maybe this is the turnaround of the season that they kind of need
Yeah, they definitely need it.
against a very stacked division, SAR, MCV, and Dallas.
Yeah, it's just if they lose tonight, it's just too big of a gap. That's
Yeah.
almost 5 series. I can't even do math right now. 5 series difference between them, and they're gonna have to turn it around. And there's just the teams are just too good and to like bank on getting wins later in the season. It's just it's rough. I think this is overall probably the most balanced. I feel like last season there was like 4 or 5 teams at the top, and they were just at the top the entire season. This season there's one, and everyone else is kind of
Just trying to
fighting
catch
each
up to
other.
that.
Yeah. Everyone's just
Because-
beating each other up.
Yeah, besides Utah, there's no real team that stands out as much as they do. Yeah, you have the teams with like easier schedules that are kind of getting points right now, but other than that,
Yeah, it's also like teams that we didn't think were going to be like San Antonio, Las Vegas. They're after Utah, they have the 2 highest point totals in the Western Conference, and those were 2 teams we didn't think would be at this position right now. They've had great starts to the season, and it'll be interesting to see if they can keep that momentum going throughout the middle weeks of the season. Get that through that grind of the middle. It'll be interesting to see if the teams behind them can catch them. And similar thing in the East with you got New York, and then kind of the teams below them. Well, you have New York and Ottawa, and then you have Carolina, Atlanta. The Eastern Conference reminds me more of how the Western Conference was last season, where you did have those dominant teams. And so like this season, it's New York, Ottawa, Atlanta, and Carolina. And Pittsburgh that seem to be the
teams to beat in the Eastern Conference. Yeah.
yeah. I mean, even some of the 6 and 7, like Montreal. I mean,
Mhm.
Pittsburgh. I think we're waiting on one of their games to be processed, but they should be up there in the 9s and 10s. I think Montreal is a very good team. They just have to, I don't know, find some more. I don't know. I gotta check their schedule, but I know they're really close to being able to push into the higher end of the Eastern Conference.
Yeah, I mean, even teams with like Cleveland, for example, their
Mhm.
Ecom's suspended for the first 3 weeks, and they managed to scrape together 5 points to start the season. So they're not. They've kept themselves in it without their top player for the first 3 weeks, which is impressive. You also have teams like Miami, Nashville, who are kind of struggling a little bit, but they could also easily just turn it around and come back into this. This season, I think, is the most, like I said, I think it's the most balanced. I don't think there's really, like I was looking at our schedule, and I just don't see, there's no like, we should win this one, we should win this one. It's like everyone, either any series could go either way. Like it just depends on what team shows up that day.
Yeah. Speaking of suspensions, Maui, a 2-2 team, is missing like their top player, which is one of the top players in the league. So it's going to be interesting to watch that as their top player comes back to kind of, can they propel up to catch the Utahs and the SARs, or are they going to stay at 500 team? I don't think so, but anything's possible.
Yeah, now he's in that same boat as Cleveland, where they have an impressive record without their top player.
Yeah.
But yeah, a lot of these other series have already played this week. We'll probably just recap them next week.
Good to me. Is there anything else on your minds that you'd like to talk about?
Nah, I'm ready to sit back and watch these stream games. I'm excited.
Oh,
Heck yeah.
me too. Fuse?
No, I'm good to go. Let's watch some stream games.
All right, boys. That was a good run of the Dust Bowl.
See you guys.
Bye.
On his box, he's got Justin trying to shadow him here. Deluxe waiting actually out. Doesn't need him though, as Cheesy puts in a lot of solo plays this one, but New York has 3.
Cheesy just taking it up the wall, realizing that no one has jumped except Justin, and then Justin's just a little bit too slow, and no one back. Again, just like the first goal, New York beating one on the wall and having no one.
For Nashville, we're going to try and pop that off the side while Fishful's lurking in midfield, but I think Level's going to get the touch away. Rogan is in the back. Clears it down. Gore lurking and up at the Baltimore end of the field, down to Rugen off the backboard. Fishful's up for it already towards net again. The defense isn't there, and that's going to be 2 for Nashville.
There you go, Rox was all by himself all the way back. Couldn't get to that pass in time, and then didn't get up in time to block this shot. Oliveira going on the backboard.
I do not want to rub off on Leandro Cow. He does not need to be saying the things that I'm saying on the field. Cheesy going to try and put that off the back. We're going to get the double touch. He's going to do it, and there it is. That's 3-1 for New York with 30 seconds left.
So I think sometime in the last 10 seconds, someone told New York that they need to score a goal because they've gotten 3 in 10 or 15 seconds. That time, Cheesy draws by the first time. And now, Detroit, the one down by 2, needs a goal and then needs another one. It's going to be a hard road. And after the flip reset and the follow-up from Cheesy and Deluxe, it might just wrap up this game.
Somebody clip that man, because he is popping off right now. What a flip reset pass down to Deluxe. The defense was not ready for it at all, and that's themselves, but it's not going to happen as Typhon jumps up high for that. Minutes 10 seconds. Justin to Detroit for the clear. Snoopy going to try and get it past midfield, and he does. Up high, he has an opportunity here. Does he have the boost for it to try and get it down? What a touch by Snoopy, and that's New York picking up another one.
Snoopy scooping under the ball for the flip reset, jumping over Retroid to start, and then notices all the time, gets under and baits out both of the others with that second touch, finding the exact top corner and getting the second goal for New York.
Nothing's gonna bring the change. Journeys we are meant to take. Something at the edge of space, calling us to fly away.
What's going on, guys? Welcome. Game 1 for tonight's Ramen Bowl matchups. I'm in the box. My name is Pyro. Joining me is Courses. Courses, how you doing today?
Well, tonight's a great night. We're going to go ahead and kick off the Ramen Bowl with a fantastic matchup. We got Pittsburgh and Detroit. Both these teams looking stacked and ready to go on the field.
Yeah, I'm super interested to see what's going to happen in this game number 1. So, why are we wasting time? Let's get all 6 players on the field and let's put 5 minutes on the clock. Let's get going. So, Courses, how's your day been, man?
Day's been good. Just waiting on some fantastic gameplay. So for Pittsburgh, we got Courtney, Wolf, Commentix. And for Detroit, we're lining up with Justin, Miz, and Retroid. And the kickoff has begun. I'm going to go ahead and see Detroit actually losing this kickoff but winning in reality. But that's not a play you want to make there. You want to actually get a touch on the ball. Justin now getting it past 2 here. Only 1 to beat. Can't continue with that carry. Retroid there to clear it out. Good demo right there by Wolf. It's going to go ahead and just take off a little bit of pressure. Gonna drop it down for Courtney. Courtney pops it back up. Retroid gets a long clear, and so far, 30 seconds in, I'm not seeing too much from both teams.
Yeah, I'm not seeing too much here either. And as we said, that's a great pass center. Miz with the missed opportunity there. It's going to be cleared out by Pittsburgh. Commentix is going to clear this one deep into Detroit's half, but Retroid's going to be there to take it up his own sidewall. Going to take his time. Justin's going to get it past one man to beat on Pittsburgh's side, but Commentix is going to get a clear out. Watch out, that's dangerous. That's going to shot opportunity on the goal line. Retroid is going to just squeeze that one in just barely.
Well, that was very unfortunate. Commentix just doesn't get a touch there. A backflip in the net. Courtney tries to get a clear, but the dunk coming in by Retroid, just as you said, he squeezed it in. 1-0 for Detroit, and we haven't even seen a minute so far.
You know, I mean, up until that point, I mean, both teams, they've just kind of been going a little back and forth battle, kind of in a tug of war right now. But I'm interested to see if Pittsburgh's going to be able to battle back and score one in here quick.
Yeah, definitely. That's always a question. But for right now, Wolf trying to get this into the corner. Commentix cuts him off. Actually drops it past 2. And a great touch there by Miz. Barely touched it, but it was more than enough. Good clear here by Commentix. That's towards the net. Luckily, Retroid is back there. It was a little bit wide either way. Both players on the wall having no boost. This is a great play by Retroid. You know, that's something that many casters and you know, players in general, they don't take it for accounted. Zero boost plays actually are the biggest ones to make.
I agree with you there. That's a shot by Retroid. Great save there by Courtney. Justin's going to keep pressure up here. Retroid going to play it off back wall. Commentix good clear out to sidewall here. It's going to slow down the attack here by Detroit. but Retroid keeping the pressure high. Courtney trying to get this one around. Justin's going to bang it center, trying to go for a 50 win here. Watch out for a pass back. Retroid's going to get a booming clear here. He's going to follow this one up off the ceiling, gets a pass one, double touch opportunity. Retroid going to put it in.
My, oh my, Retroid just making it look easy. Goes up, gets the second touch. No defender in the net. He just drops it down, and now a 2-0 lead. Detroit just bringing out the fire in game number 1.
Retroid, 2 goals already in game number 1 here. Really just being just an attacker. Just so many tricks being pulled out of his sleeve here, from his 0 boost plays to having a 100 boost, and just absolutely styling on Pittsburgh here. Pittsburgh kind of on the backside of momentum here, and Detroit's just kind of giving it to him right now.
Definitely. Justin getting a 50 right there by Cummintix. Wolf now clearing this off to the side. Justin forced to get a touch there. Courtney goes up quick. Cummintix up for this as the demo comes on. That could be huge, but nobody there to follow it up. And who else than Retroid to get a good clear now? He's off the ceiling, tries to drop it down, and he does, but Miz unfortunately doesn't get a good touch there.
I am liking what I am seeing from Detroit right now. They have built a brick wall here at midfield, keeping the pressure high. Pittsburgh's able to squeeze through it every now and then, but Detroit really in the driver's seat so far. We got 1:54 seconds left. Detroit up 2-0, and Pittsburgh kind of struggling to get away from this pressure that Detroit's putting on.
Oh, this is a very dangerous ball. Luckily, Justin there to clear it out, keeping the net 0 goals. And Cummintix puts this on. A great save by Justin. Great carry there by Miz, as Miz tries to get a bump onto Courtney, but Courtney does not go. Retroid up for this, and he's up early. Justin now forced to get a good 50, and he beats a player instead. Pittsburgh, they're running out of time. They need to try and get a shot onto the net, but instead, Miz is just going to put this on the nose of Cummintix, and there goes the third.
Miz, what are you doing, man? I can barely touch the ball with my car upright, but this man, he says, hey, I'll do a 360. I'll sit upside down. I can do that too. Miz over here flipping upside down, bringing him up 3-0, minute 19 seconds left. Detroit driving away with this one.
Yeah, definitely. The time is starting to run out for Pittsburgh, and Detroit is just loving this 3-0 lead. As they're beating 2 players. Retroid trying to beat one, but he doesn't. Cummintix trying to drop it down. As he does, Wolf puts this on the backboard. This could be a goal. Courtney throws it onto the crossbar. Doesn't drop down, and the lead still at 3.
That's just a feel bad there for Pittsburgh, but it's going to be another shot here by Courtney. That's going to be clear out by Miz. Just Detroit doing a great job on defense here. Wolf coming down, up, off back wall. It's going to be cleared out by Retroid. Courtney going to keep pressure up high here. Detroit, great demo here, shot high by Cummintix, and Detroit's going to be able to clear this ball out. Retroid going to bang it deep into Pittsburgh's half.
Well, Cummintix now has a lot of space. He could go for a play, but that's probably not the touch that he wanted to make. Less than 20 seconds now, and I mean, a consolation goal would be great right now for Pittsburgh, just to get a little bit of momentum going into game number 2. But as for right now, Detroit looking for the 4th, as Miz trying to put that on. Wolf clears it out, and the time running down, it looks like Detroit will seal game number 1 in this best of 5.
Is that a consolation goal? Miz says no. Courtney's going to put one on. Retroid's going to clear it out, and that's going to be Detroit 3-0. Courses. What do you think, man? How was game number 1?
Well, game number 1, it started off slow, but then as we were saying that it was beginning slow, it began to kick up for the Detroit end. On the other side for Pittsburgh, it just didn't seem to kick up. I mean, 3-0 for Detroit, that's got to be a great feeling, but for Pittsburgh, you just need to regroup, forget about this game, and you just win 3 in a row.
I mean, Detroit, just the amount of pressure they had for 3/4 of that game was just phenomenal. And just Retroid doing an outstanding job for his team with that great shot off his double touch, and then just sealing that first one in with the dunk. Just great work here from Detroit. Pittsburgh, I mean, they were starting to pull it together there at the end, just weren't able to get it going fast enough. And I'm interested to see what's going to happen game 2 here. Of course, who do you have taking game 2?
It just depends on the first minute. I mean, right there we saw Pittsburgh just they came out blazing. And if we see that Pittsburgh just coming out with fire, trying to take the game early, that's going to be a huge momentum swing. But as of right now, if Detroit comes out the same way that they played in game number 1, Detroit definitely has this in the bag. I just want to see a great game. I mean, that game was outstanding. So let's just hope that game number 2 brings even more action than that one.
I'm super interested to see what's happening in game 2 here. We have all 6 players on the field. Throw 5 minutes up on the clock. I'm ready to get game 2 started.
And definitely game number 2 gonna go ahead and kick off. Pittsburgh and Detroit in a best of 5. Miz winning this kickoff. Luckily, Commentix right there for the follow-up, as now it looks like Detroit is just gonna keep on bearing pressure onto the Pittsburgh half.
That's going to be a deep pinch out into Detroit's half. Commentix up offside while trying to keep pressure here. Miz playing this into corner. Should have a pass center. It is going to be cleared out by Courtney, but Retroid shot opportunity. Soft one. Commentix able to get the save there, and Courtney's going to take possession.
And now Miz following this up. Oh my god, that was just post and out. It was very close, but very close. Just won't cut the deal as Retroid now looking for another double tap, and he does get the read, but Wolf is up, ready to match his speed as a shot comes in by Miz, and Detroit taking an early lead once again.
This is what I love to see from teams here. You see Justin come down and get possession of this ball, pass it back out center to Miz. Miz is there, able to take a shot in net. Look at them using their team. They know where their team is at, and they're looking around the field, making sure people are in the proper spots, and that is just phenomenal to see from a team.
And a shot by Wolf. What a banger. Pittsburgh gonna go ahead and reply in game number 2.
Pittsburgh's going to try battling back here. They want to really show that Wolf.
What is that?
I see you with that touch, Wolf. Okay, Wolf.
Okay, I didn't see that on my screen, but Wolf just making it stylish out here.
He went to the barber, man. He got a fresh cut. He's like, I need to get some fresh shots too. Courtney gonna take possession here. Low boost, trying to get it back to Commentix. I'm going to call him Tix, okay? Tix, that's your name for tonight. I'm not going to start across that. But we're good. Courtney going to bang this into Detroit's half. Justin's going to clear it out a bit. Tix up, pass center over to Wolf. Miz is there to intercept. Miz trying to keep in possession. Retroid's up. Courtney gets past 1, gets past 2. Miz is last on the line of defense, and it's going to put it out to corner. And that's going to slow down Pittsburgh attack just a little bit.
Great touch here by Courtney. He might get a double, but he just doesn't get to it. Retroid now carrying this up the sidewall. We know what he can do with this ball. Sets it up into the back, and that's a shot by Justin just onto the top corner, but not in the net.
Both teams playing phenomenal right now. Great pressure from both teams. Really working well. Justin's going to bring this down. Almost has a shot that's going to be just high off the bar. Retroid going to take possession here. Wolf getting it past Retroid. It's a clear cross. Courtney's up for it. That's a shot up onto back wall. Justin has to come out of net to clear that one. Not out of the woods yet. Tix is going to put a shot on it, and Wolf's going to come in and clear it, put it in.
Well, Justin unfortunately doesn't get the touch. Courtney sets this up for Commentix, and then Wolf finishing this off inside of the net. No defense was found there. Pittsburgh, they're coming out swinging in game number 2. I mean, it looks like maybe game number 1 was a warm-up, and now they're coming out with everything that they got.
You know, sometimes that game 1's all you need to get rolling, but Miz almost puts this one in by miscommunication on Pittsburgh. But now they're on the counterattack. Justin has to push this one out to side. Retroid gets it bump and the demo on Wolf, but also get the save out. Retroid going to take possession here. Air dribbling past 1, past 2. Miz with the dunk, but it's going to be cleared out by Tix. Gets past 1. Third has cheating up. Wolf, you just got to put it in, man. Oh, he missed.
Oh my.
The own goal into the net.
Yes. Oh, what?
What is going on?
Okay, so I'm guessing, as a defender, you're thinking the touch is coming. But unfortunately right there, the touch doesn't come. The ball lands right in front of you. I mean, that's the only thing you can really do. Just keep driving. But for Pittsburgh, that's a goal that you definitely want. A great pinch right there by Retroid. He tries to get this as an attack. Justin up for this one early. Double commit there by Pittsburgh. It's something we don't really see much, but Doesn't really harm them, so that's really good. Detroit, though, they got just over or under 2 minutes to try and make something happen. 2 goals is much more than possible.
Oh, almost a little miscommunication there. Retroid was back third man. Here's a bump coming from Tix. Justin has to dodge that. Retroid down to Justin. Justin taking possession here. Pushes into corner. Tries to get a pass center. Tix is going to clear this one out. Miz is up for it. Passes down middle. Courtney over to Tix. Tix over. No one up there for Pittsburgh, but great look. That's what I like to see, those plays coming out. I like to see the attempt at those passing plays.
Yeah, definitely the passing plays, even the small ones, they just show that there's a good team bonding going on. You know, the chemistry is up there. Unfortunately, no touch coming out of that one. Justin tries to clear this out. Now Retroid with the ball, trying to get a flick over one, but he doesn't get it. Courtney now taking this up the wall, trying to go for maybe a ceiling pass. Tries to get a dunk on Justin, but nothing going on here as now Detroit running out of time. They still need to find 2 goals and put it in the back of the net.
52 seconds remaining here. Miz is going to have a shot opportunity, but Justin tried to get a shot there. It is going to be cleared out by Tix. Retroid taking possession, gets it past Courtney, but Wolf is there to clear it out. Justin keeping that pressure up. Plays it in the corner, gets it past Courtney with a great touch here to clear it out. Still a dangerous ball, though, and that's going to be a stop and slowing down the attack from Detroit. But Retroid with a banger on net there, but Tix is going to be up there to clear it out.
Well, Courtney now trying to get it clear as Wolf gets an extra touch, just put some height on that one. Retroid up early for this one, but has no boost. Looks like Pittsburgh, all they have to do is hold out for 10 seconds. They're going to go ahead and tie this series up 1-1 as now Courtney gets an important touch as that's just going to waste much more time. Tix could put another one in, but decides to just kill it. And game number 2 heading over towards Pittsburgh Phantoms.
What a game 2. I'll be honest, that's not what I expected. That is not how I thought game 2 was going to go. After I saw game 1 in Detroit just having that phenomenal pressure and just controlling game 1 like it was their game and they created Rocket League, I didn't think Pittsburgh was going to come back and play the way they did. But Pittsburgh, they came back and they were like, hey, we're Pittsburgh, we're here to play. And now we have a tied series. And I'm interested to see what happens game 3 because I have no idea what's going to happen. Both teams playing great. I mean, Pittsburgh was in the driver's seat that game, but Detroit was in the driver's seat game 1. So it's either way.
Yeah, definitely. Both these teams showing that they are capable of taking a game from each other. But I just want to point out, Tix, 3 assists and 4 saves this game. He is definitely the team player, playing as, the passer and also the defender for this team. 6 saves and 4 of them coming out from him. That's just a crazy stat line to think about. As the server goes down for maintenance, we're going to go ahead and kick you into a small intermission until we get the lobby back up. All right, welcome back. Sorry for that one. The server is sometimes failing us. But we are back, and now we are getting ready for game number 3, Pittsburgh and Detroit. I mean, game number 1 going over to Detroit, and now game number 2 to Pittsburgh. Who wins this one, Pyro?
You know, I'm going to throw it out there. Pittsburgh's going to take it 3-1. I'm calling it right now. And there's the countdown. We're going into game number 3. Texas is going to have a shot on net already. Hey, that's already working towards it. That's you need 2 more, and you're going to fit my prediction to the T. Pittsburgh coming out and scoring out fast.
Well, 3 seconds is all it takes for the opening goal to come on. Pittsburgh just bringing out the fire in game number 3. It looks like they're not slowing down from game number 2. Let's see if your prediction can be correct. As Pittsburgh, they would definitely love to win this one. Commentix puts that up to the wall. Wolf trying to get a touch, but now Courtney controlling the ball. Unfortunately gets a 50 that doesn't favor her. Commentix now trying to win this ball, but misses up for a double, has no boost. Justin and Wolf getting a 50 as Commentix now has an open net, and he is going to go ahead and seal the second one for Pittsburgh.
Tex, keep it up. Keep it up, Tex. You're helping me out, and you're working towards a hat trick. I want to throw my hat on the field, put another one in. Let's put Pittsburgh up 3, and Detroit put one in, and you'll fit my prediction completely. Detroit's got to figure something out here, though. I mean, Pittsburgh's really kind of just giving it to them right now. I mean, Detroit, just take a breath, calm down, get the nervousness out of the way, and you can battle back. You can maybe stay in this game.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it's way too early to count them out, as Miz is going to go ahead and put in the first goal for Detroit in game number 3.
Like I said, just take a breath. Detroit, I believe in you. Great pass off the wall there to Miz. All he's got to do is just put his nose on the ball, take a little whiff. Whiff as in sniffing it, not whiffing, because obviously he hit the ball courses. All he's got to do is put it in. Shot there by Courtney. Courtney, 3-1. All right, no one score. 4 minutes and 13 seconds left. I want to be right for one of my predictions. But I doubt that's going to happen. We're 4 minutes and 13 seconds left in the game, and there's already 4 goals. Not even a full minute has expired, and we have 4 goals in this game. I have a feeling this is going to be a high-scoring game, of course.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, 4 goals already, and we haven't even seen a whole minute of game number 3. I mean, it just goes to show that both these teams came with the fire in this game, but Pittsburgh is the one just carrying 3 of those 4 goals. As Retroid there, it's a great touch. Retroid forced to go up and stay on the wall. Commentix puts this into the center for Courtney as she puts one towards the net, and that is going to be the 4th. Pittsburgh are starting to run away with this one.
Pittsburgh, I asked for one thing. All right, I love that you're scoring goals. That's awesome. I love to see that, but I just wanted to be right for one time. One time I wanted to be right, courses.
Well, that one time is hopefully soon to come, as this one is definitely not going to be correct, as now Detroit may be trying to find another. That is a double tap that doesn't go in. Retroid is going to be kicking himself for that one.
Retroid, man, you came and you are playing cracked right now. What is this carry? Retroid, what are you doing, man? You absolute madman. Just carrying the ball like I've never seen before. Detroit really having the pressure up right now, trying to battle back and get some goals on Pittsburgh quick.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, that goal that almost went in by Retroid, that would have been huge. I mean, that's momentum. But unfortunately, the ball doesn't go in. But in the end, you still have 3 minutes to score a goal, as that one might go in. Retroid just not finding the net. It's looking like maybe game number 3 not liking him scoring, as Pittsburgh still hold a 3-goal lead.
Retroid's going to put this one over center. Courtney up to Tix. Tix going to have a shot here. Justin, awkward touch, but that's going to be a pass up to Miz. Miz shot over to net. No one's back. Courtney's not going to be able to get there. Retroid going to hammer it home, and Detroit going to battle back quick and put one in here. 4-2, 2 minutes, 42 seconds left.
Yeah, Courtney tried her best to get back to this, but Retroid just pre-jumps that, puts it into the net. Now 4-2, Pittsburgh. They only have a 2-goal lead, 2 minutes and 42 seconds. That's a lot of a time for Detroit, as that is a miss. And Miz maybe thought he had an open net, but Courtney was there to clear that away. Retroid now forced to go up for this one, as Wolf gonna go ahead and put this up, and Courtney's gonna get a touch and a save.
Save by Justin. Oh, is that an
my
own goal?
God.
Was that an own goal off the sidewall? Retroid got a soft touch here, and then Justin come flying in. No, Courtney. Oh, no, it wasn't Uncle Miz coming off the back wall. Just unfortunate touch there. Justin, that was an insane save. Ball was 3/4 away in. He was able to come in there and pinch it out, and then Courtney just able to get a backflip touch on it, and Miz just unfortunate touch there, puts it in.
Yeah, definitely. All the momentum that Detroit had, I mean, throw that out the window as Miz puts that into his own net. But instead, Miz says, I'll get it right back as he puts in the third for Detroit. This game has a lot of goals.
You know, Miz just had to just answer back for the own goal on the last goal there. And I didn't even notice it, and I just did by looking at the stats. If you're wearing a hat, throw it on the field. Courtney has a hat trick this game in game number 3 here. Pittsburgh really playing solid. Both teams are, but Pittsburgh really off to an early lead here. We got 2 minutes, 5 seconds left. Pittsburgh up 5-3. This is going to be a pass over to Miz. Miz trying to get a touch here. Wolf's going to get it by. Retroid over to the sidewall. Courtney keeping the pressure up. Justin's up for this one. Booms it deep into Pittsburgh's half. Courtney banging it back. Retroid throws one over on net. Wolf's there to clear this one out.
Oh, an unfortunate double touch right there by Miz as that sets up Wolf, but Wolf not able to take advantage of that touch as Courtney puts it on the net that almost goes in as now Cummintix beats out 2. Wolf now forced to make a touch. So far, Detroit trying to put pressure, but instead Pittsburgh is just keeping them under their half. Courtney trying to go up and get a shot, unfortunately not near the net, as now that is a way open net. Cummintix not able to put that on.
Here's a shot here from Courtney. Courtney's going to put it in, and Pittsburgh just running away with this game. Great pressure here from Pittsburgh.
Yeah, great pass by Wolf, and Courtney there to finish that up. A beautiful placement by her. 4 goals off of her 4 shots, 100% this game. It looks like Detroit, I mean, they're running out of time. 3 goals, 1 minute and 10 seconds. It is still possible, but it's a lot of work to do.
Tix is going to miss that one, and that's just going to float in. Detroit's back in the game. 6-4, minute 4 seconds. This is doable, courses.
It's definitely doable. I mean, I knew as I said it, I saw the ball go up, and I just knew it. I knew it was going in. Unfortunately, that is a curse. 6-4, Detroit's definitely still in the game. Pittsburgh, let's see if they could close it out or if they score any more goals.
Courtney's going to follow this one. Retroid's going to be up. Bring that over to sidewall. Wolf does get a touch here. Tries to keep it in possession. Justin's going to get beat by Tix, but Retroid's there to take it over. Retroid's going to bang it over to Miz. Miz tries to get a pass up to Retroid, but it's going to be met by Courtney. And that's going to be Pittsburgh on the attack now.
Oh, great shot there by Cummintix, but Retroid was on the first post, ready to get that out. Justin with a great bump onto Courtney, forcing her out of the position. Cummintix drops this down for Wolf, as Wolf gonna go ahead and clear this off to the side. 30 seconds, counting down now. Detroit running out of time. They have to find 2 goals, and they need to find one really fast, but Pittsburgh doing a great job of just keeping possession on their end.
Pittsburgh doing a great job here. That was a little miscommunication. Double commit there by Detroit, and Courtney's going to make him pay for it. Courtney, 5 goals this game. She came to play.
Yeah, definitely 100% on the shooting percentage. She is just throwing them onto the net and putting them straight in. No defender is able to block her shots. I mean, 5 shots and 5 goals, that just has a big statement. And with the time winding down, Detroit, I mean, they played great, but it just wasn't great enough. 11 goals in total in this game.
Yeah, it was a phenomenal game, but Pittsburgh's going to come out on top. They're on the driver's seat. They were in the driver's seat the entire time. They had all the pressure. Detroit was able to battle back and kind of loosen the pressure a bit, but Pittsburgh, phenomenal play from you guys. You guys played great, and I'm interested to see. Pittsburgh's going into game 4 trying to shut the series down. Detroit just trying to stay alive. I think Detroit can do it. They're starting to click. They're starting to get them team plays going. I think Detroit can win game 4. We'll see game 5. That's my prediction for this one, courses.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, game 5 is going to have a lot of details. I mean, if we even make it there, I mean, right now Pittsburgh is on the driver's seat in Detroit. They need to come out with something, try and win. But we're going to go ahead and kick a small intermission as we set up the last game, as the players are requesting for a server remake. We'll be right back. Cool.
Fox got Justin trying to shadow him here. It's Deluxe waiting actually out. Doesn't need him though. It's Cheesy puts in a lot of solo plays this one, but New York has
Probably gonna be 85.
Cheesy is taking up the wall, realizing that no one is jumping except Justin. And Justin
Ooh, top 5, let's see.
slow. No one's back. Again,
Jesus Christ.
just like the first goal, New York beating one on the wall.
Nashville. We're gonna try and pop it up the sidewalk. Visuals lurking in midfield, but I think Level's gonna get the touch away.
Oh, for sure.
Is in the back. There's it down.
Oh, you have music going?
The Baltimore into the play down the Rugen off the backboard. Fish rolls up for it already towards the net again. The defense isn't there, and that's gonna be 2 for Nashville.
There you go. Rocks was all by himself all the way back. Couldn't get to that pass in time, and then didn't get up in time to block this shot. Oliveira going on the backboard.
I do not want to rub off on Leandro Cow. He does not need to be saying the things that I'm saying on the field. Cheesy gonna try and put that off the back. We're gonna get the double touch. He's gonna do it, and there it is. That's 3-1 for New York with 30 seconds left.
So I think sometime in the last 10 seconds, someone told New York that they need to score a goal because they've gotten 3 in 10 or 15 seconds. That time Cheesy cross by the first time, and now Detroit, the one down by 2, needs a goal and then needs another one. It's going to be a hard road, and after the flip reset and the follow-up from Cheesy and Deluxe, it might just wrap up this game.
Somebody clip that man, because he is popping off right now. What a flip reset pass down to Deluxe. The defense was not ready for it at all, and that's themselves, but it's not going to happen as Typhon jumps up high for that. Minutes 10 seconds. Justin to Retroid for the clear. Snoopy gonna try and get it past midfield, and he does. Up high, he has an opportunity here. Does he have the boost for it to try and get it down? What a touch by Snoopy, and that's New York picking up another one.
Snoopy scooping under the ball for the flip reset, jumping over Retroid to start, and then notices all the time, gets under and baits out both of the others with that second touch, finding the exact top corner and getting the second goal for New York. Welcome back. We're at game 4. Pittsburgh trying to shut it down. Detroit trying to stay alive. Horses, how you feeling?
Well, I'm definitely feeling very well. I think I'm feeling all right. I mean, I want to see a game number. What do you think?
That's my prediction. I think Detroit's going to be able to battle back, stay alive, and I think we're going to be seeing a game number 5 tonight, Courses.
I hope so. Let's see what this kickoff will bring, as Detroit and Pittsburgh going to go ahead and kick off number 4. Wolf now following this up, but Miz is going to go ahead and beat him. Clementix putting this into the corner, but Retroid there doesn't get a touch. Courtney now following this up. I believe she has no boost, and she gets a really good 50 for having no boost. Miz now, unfortunately, the ball lands right on top of him as Wolf is up for this one, and he's going to go ahead and book in the first one for Pittsburgh.
Pittsburgh's they're gonna score one here quick. Tix, great pass center. Wolf, great speed to get up, beat Retroid, and put this one in the goal. Great play there by Pittsburgh. They're gonna be up 1-0. 4 minutes, 39 seconds left. Detroit's gonna have to battle back.
Yeah, Detroit is going to have to battle back. I mean, the momentum has been on the Pittsburgh end ever since game number 2 and forward. Detroit, they took game number 1, but I'm starting to question whether, it was just a little fluke as Miz puts this down. Retroid now tries to send this into the center as Justin puts it on, but Clementix in the net, ready for that one.
Tix is up for this one. Retroid does get a beat, puts it all back while Justin shot on, but Wolf is going to be there to clear it out. Miz into corner. Justin tries to get one, but that's going to be a clear deep into Detroit's half. Retroid's going to have to play this out to his own corner. and Courtney's going to be there to take possession. Courtney into corner. Does get a pass, one off back wall. Justin, pass up to Miz. Miz shot opportunity. That's going to be slow, and Wolf's going to be able to clear that out. Wolf into possession now. 50s with Retroid. That's a shot there from Miz. Courtney there clears it out. And that's going to be a slow down on the attack for Detroit. And right there, that's a counterattack for Pittsburgh as Courtney and Wolf were there, but Retroid going to put this back into Pittsburgh's half. What a 50, Miz, watch out! Miz almost scores a double touch opportunity there. And Detroit had a great chance to score there, but just were unable to put it in.
Yeah, great chance came out, but again, just being denied. Retroid trying to look for a pass to Justin. It looks like maybe Justin just wasn't prepared for that one. As Cumming's going to go ahead and clear this off to the side. Retroid up early for this one. Doesn't have enough boost to get another touch. Miz looking a little uncomfortable as that is a shot by Courtney. She just doesn't have enough power to get to it. Justin trying to clear this out, but met by Cumming's. A good demo there by Miz. Clearing the offensive pressure that Pittsburgh was bringing.
Wolf, shot opportunity here. Tries to squeeze it in, but that's going to be cleared out by Miz. Retroid up now. Ticks keeping the pressure high. Courtney overpass one. That's on back ball. Wolf has to put it in. He's going to put it in. That's going to be 2-0. Pittsburgh going up.
Well, I mean, the save was good by Miz, but he did everything that he could. There came the shot by Wolf, perfectly placed down into the bottom corner. Defender just couldn't get back to it. Now Pittsburgh leading 2-0 Detroit. They need to get an answer. They need to get it quick.
Yeah, Pittsburgh really trying to shut this series down. Detroit has got to do something if they want to stay alive and send it to Game 5. And Retroid's going to get a clear out here. Ticks bring it back to the Pittsburgh's own corner. Does get the boost grab there. Wolf pushing it now. Courtney has to come out of net. Passes up to Wolf. It's going to be stolen there, but Ticks is there to clear back out. Retroid going to play this into Pittsburgh's half. Courtney up on back wall. Does get a touch here past one, but a great touch there by Retroid to keep the pressure up, but Tix is there to clear it out. Justin taking it back into Detroit's possession. Taking it slow past the center. Retroid shot on. That's Detroit answering back. They're only down in 1 goal with 1:50 seconds left.
Yeah, well, a beautiful passing play right here as Justin sets it up for Retroid. The shot comes in, and now Detroit coming up with the answer, 2-1. Pittsburgh, let's see if they can hold on to the lead, but Detroit looking to push this over to game number 5 after that play.
Justin up off sidewall, booming clear. Tix is missing this one. Retroid might have a shot opportunity here, and he's going to put it in, but great save there by Tix. Wolf's going to bang this one out. Courtney following up into corner. That's a center ball. Justin gets a touch here. Retroid up now. Up to Justin. Tix is intercepting. Miz over on sidewall, plays it into corner. Justin tried to get a center pass there, but just was unable to get a touch there, and Courtney's going to be able to clear it out.
Well, an unfortunate read right there. As a double commit over by Detroit's end, Miz trying to put this over to the backboard. Trying to get a bump onto Courtney, but nothing came out of that as Cumming's going to go ahead and clear this out to the side. An unfortunate backflip by Retroid, and that's going to leave the net wide open, and Pittsburgh nets in the third.
That's going to be big for Pittsburgh here. This, I'm not going to say this is going to seal the game, but they're starting to put the nail in the coffin right here. Pittsburgh just playing phenomenal right now. Detroit really on their heels, just trying to stay alive, and Pittsburgh's just going to town. And as I say that, Detroit comes with a great counterattack here. Wolf, beautiful touch over to Tix. Tix taking it into possession, and Miz is going to have to play this into his own corner.
Well, Miz trying to clear this off, but great shot by Courtney as she put that on, but Justin there to reply. Now Miz clears off to the side. I mean, he puts it straight down center for Courtney. We've all seen what Courtney could do after last game. A little bit quiet this game, but 30 seconds almost on the clock, and Detroit still need to find 2 more goals.
Big clear out here for Pittsburgh. Detroit back in their own half. Courtney's going to put this one center. Justin puts it out to sidewall. Wolf keeping pressure up here. Justin's up high. Does get a touch. Going to follow it. Gets it past. Mind games the defender here, but no one's there. Courtney's able to clear that back out into Detroit's half. But here's a shot by Wolf. That's going to be posting out. And Detroit, 9 seconds left. You got to put 2 in. You're going to need a prayer.
Courtney just sends this off to the side. The ball hits the floor. Pittsburgh going to go ahead and take this in game number 4. Detroit, they came out swinging in game number 1, but then after that, it was just a shutdown by Pittsburgh.
Great. This was a good series. I mean, Detroit came out game 1 and just played phenomenal. And then after game 2, when Pittsburgh just found what they needed to do. And I always like to use the analogy, they were pushing that ball up the hill and it finally got to the top and they just let it roll. And they did not stop. They were a bull in a china shop and they were just destroying the Detroit defense. Phenomenal gameplay from Pittsburgh. And it was a great series all around. We saw game 4 and game 1 here. I'm just interested to see what we have in the next series.
Well, definitely. I am interested to see who we are going to go ahead and get on the field. Don't go anywhere. I mean, we have much more action, 4 series in total. We've only seen 1. We're going to go ahead and take a small intermission. When we come back, we'll have the next game ready for you guys.
was a feeling, and it started in my lungs. It was a vision, never thought we'd come so far. I keep you on my mind, the lightning strikes, but sparks don't fly. I'm holding on for life, but I just don't feel it. The faintest one is hurt so loud, and I'm barely breathing. I became so seasoned, waiting up for you. More than you could ask for, a lot less than you could. Left me empty-handed and stopped my love for good. Twistedly romantic, our way 'cause I'm holding out. I'm holding out. It was a feeling I can't.
All right, welcome back, United Rogue. We're back with the second series of the night. We're gonna go ahead and bring out Santa Fe and Dallas for this one. Pyro, talk to me.
Well, I do my best not to be biased, and I'm not saying any team is better than the other team when we go into this one, but all I'm gonna say is I'm an SFK boy. I'm a Santa Fe player, like down to the heart. So I got to root for my boys over here at SFK. I believe in you boys, but I'm hoping we see a great series here because I just love watching two teams that just go head to head and they just put it all out there and leave it on the field. And we're gonna see that game one kicking off now. We're 4 minutes 55 seconds into the game, and SFK Dallas are going. Dallas had a shot opportunity there, but that's going to be posting out. Rebel's going to play this into corner. Tries to get a center pass here, but that's going to be cleared out by Ozzy. Ozzy taking possession now. Tries to get it past Gigi, but Oni's there to take it over. Unfortunate touch here by Oni. That's going to be a shot, but that's posting out. But Billy is going to follow it up, and Dallas is going to score first here.
Well, unfortunately there, as you stated, Oni doesn't get the touch that he wants, but instead Billy puts it on net, hits the post, comes right back to him, bangs that into the net. 1-0, 4 minutes and 32 still on the clock.
We got 4 minutes 32 seconds left here. Dallas is going to be up one here. Gigi's going to bang this deep into SFK's half. Oni with a miss off the wall there. Ozzy's going to take this one over. Servette tries to get it center. Not going to be the touch SFK wants. Gigi up off back wall. Does get it down the corner. Going for another touch here. Does miss. And Oni's going to bang this across field and really slow down Dallas's attack.
Well, a good 50 right there as Servette now pushing this over to the corner. Well, Boost can't do much with that. Rebel going to go ahead and follow up on the sidewall. He's up for this one early as he puts it onto the backboard. The shot comes in and it hits the post. That's the second one so far for Dallas as they're getting very close, but very close just doesn't cut it. Tony kicking this off into the center. Ozzy just unfortunately can't get up to that one. Is now Servette forced to clear this off to the side. Doesn't get a strong clear, but in the end, gets it past Billy, who got the demo, and that is an insane angle that Oni was looking for. Servette looking a little awkward on the back wall. Is Rebel going to put this on, and Ozzy coming out with a big save there.
Dallas just having just a bunch of pressure here on SFK, and they're just kind of struggling with it right now. Oni's going to try to take possession here, but Gigi's there, keeping that pressure high. Rebel getting a demo on Oni here, really slowing things down for SFK. Servette trying to get this one out, but Rebel and the Dallas team are just keeping the pressure high.
Oh, great pass into the backboard. Nobody there but the defense. Servette clears that off very long. Billy not following this up. Thinks that Servette was going to get a touch, but Servette just leaves it alone. Ozzy clears down the field. It looks like SFK is just making touches where no teammates are around. I mean, they have to find passes, as that is a great one there. Back pass towards Rebel as he gets a 50 on Ozzy. Ozzy getting the 50. Now Ozzy tries to score, but Gigi there to clear it off. Dallas coming out unscathed.
Oni coming up to challenge this one. Does get it past Gigi. Rebel on back wall. Will get a booming clear into SFK's half. Ozzy up to Oni. Oni trying to get a center pass here. Servette's going to follow this one up to Ozzy. Ozzy's up. That's a shot, but it's going to be wide left. Great opportunity there for SFK, but they just were unable to land that one home. Gigi's going to be up to challenge this one. Does get a save. That's going to be a shot. Oh, what a save there by Rebel. Oh, what a save by Billy. Just great saves coming here from the Dallas defense.
Well, Billy and Rebel just gonna go ahead and take a save apiece. Both outstanding saves as Rebel makes another. Santa Fe bringing out the pressure right now as they're just throwing shots onto the net, but Dallas responding with outstanding defense. As that is a shot over by Rebel. Ozzy gonna go ahead and kick it off to the corner as he gets a long clear at the end. A double commit here by Billy and Rebel. It could possibly hurt them, but the touch unfortunately doesn't come from Santa Fe.
Oni into corner. Tries to get a ball center here. Ozzy taking possession now. Does pass up off back wall. Gigi's there. Gonna clear out to the side. Rebel, great touch here. That's up high. Oni's up for it. He has a double touch opportunity, but missed chance here. Ozzy does keep it on backboard, but Gigi's gonna clear this one out.
Well, Billy with a back pass to Rebel as he wants to keep possession on his end. Servette now maybe looking for a pass over to Ozzy, but met by the defense as that is a miss by Oni. Luckily, it wasn't punished as Rebel now contesting Ozzy. Ozzy gets it past him as he doesn't get a great touch there. And that is a shot as Gigi going to go ahead and put in the second one for Dallas. Well, 2-0 for Dallas. Santa Fe, unfortunately, I mean, they're looking kind of out of it, but 30 seconds is much more than enough time as Ozzy now forced to make a touch into the corner. Rebel meeting the ball, and he puts it on towards the net. Servette getting credit for the save, but I'm pretty sure the post doing much of the damage there.
Yeah, the post really saved SFK there. Great bump here by Billy. Ozzy's out of the play, but Oni and Servette were able to keep it alive. This 10 seconds left on the clock. SFK is going to have to do something quick here. Ozzy, big bang into midfield. Don't think SFK is going to have to come back from this one. That's a shot on the back wall, and that's going to be time expired. SFK going to be losing this one. Dallas 1-0 in the series so far.
All right.
We're going to go to intermission here. We're going to get a new server. That one was a bit laggy, so we're going to go to intermission here. We'll be back in a second.
Working out for a long time, for a long time. Got you in a glass for a long time, for a long time. I know that you've been running, hiding away, and I don't know why. Keeping it in a prison. Nobody wanna be locked inside. Oh, I'll make it better. You don't have to save yourself. I'll be at the bottom. I'll be there for you. You don't have to save yourself. Living at the bottom, craving for the truth. And when the night is falling on your heart, I'll be there in the dark to reignite your heart. You don't have to say.
We're back here for game 2. Dallas taking game number 1 courses. How'd you feel about that?
Well, I felt like, unfortunately, the lobby kind of messed up the game, but I mean, in the end, you have to play through that. So it was unfortunate, but at the end, Dallas just coming out with a big win there. I mean, 2-0 over Santa Fe. The pressure was on for Santa Fe, but Santa Fe also showed signs of life. So I'm expecting a great game number 2.
Yeah, I'm interested to see what's going to happen. Dallas took that first one. Santa Fe trying to get a win off here in the series. And I'm ready to get them on the field. What do you say, Courses?
Duh, I'm ready as well. I mean, I've been ready, so I'm ready to just get this game on the road.
Alrighty, here we go. Game number 2 is starting off. Throw 5 minutes up on the clock. 6 players on the field. Let's get game 2 started.
Well, Santa Fe, they have to try and win this one. The worst thing that you want is to go down 2-0. But Dallas looking to maybe just put Santa Fe into the ground. kickoff gonna go ahead and come on shortly. As this kickoff favors Dallas, but in reality, Santa Fe gonna go ahead and have possession.
It's going to be a toss-up on the back wall. Servette and Oni, kind of a double commit there. Servette's stuck low on boost. GG going to put this one on net, and that's going to be Dallas answering back quick. Or answering quick, sorry. 1 goal, 4 minutes, 47 seconds left.
Well, unfortunately, GG just beats out Servette. Servette just couldn't go up fast enough. Dallas taking a 1-0 lead with only 13 seconds played.
Kickoff number 2 here. Dallas is going to take possession off this one. Rebel off sidewall. Does get a flip reset, but Ozzy's up there to challenge him. Oni going to put this on the back wall. Might bounce center here, but it is cleared out by Dallas. SFK is going to have to rotate back and play defensively now. Ozzy's going to get a 50 win and bang it into Dallas's half, but Billy's there to put it out to midfield. Servette and Oni double committing here. A little communicational errors coming out of SFK here. Oni's going to center this ball, but Dallas is there to push it out to side.
Oh, Rebel forced to make a touch here, and he from Dallas, but luckily they come out unscathed. How do you just triple commit and not get scored on right there, Pyro?
I don't know, man, but Dallas got away with one right there, and SFK really missed an opportunity to score. But this 50 up high center, Billy pushes it out. Oni's going to play it over on the sidewall. Not really the touch he wanted, but Billy not able to do anything either. Servette going to put it out the corner, going to try falling this one. Rebel off back wall, plays it out to midfield, and Ozzy is going to go back with the attack. GG, great 50 win over Ozzy, and that's SFK back in their own half. Rebel's going to get past one. Ozzy's up for the clear, does save the ball, but Dallas still having a lot of pressure here. Billy going to not get the touch he wants. That's a shot, but it is going to be saved there by GG. Billy's going to play this one out mid. Ozzy's up, beats one. GG does have full boost here, gets it played into corner. Servette, that's a shot. Ozzy going to follow it up. Billy with the save. Oni trying to do something here. Keeps it in center. That's a shot over. Billy almost own goals. But great defense there by Dallas to play it slow, and Oni was unable to put it in the net.
Yeah, great carry there by GG to just take off the pressure. I mean, Santa Fe was clearly trying to get a goal on that one, but Dallas just doing their goods and just staying around the net, not allowing Santa Fe to get a comfortable shot. Now, a great bump here by GG as he just forgets about the ball and goes straight for the player. Dallas doing their twos, and I mean, for so far for the time played, I mean, it's just perfect Rocket League to say the least.
Is that the new meta courses? It's instead of boost over ball, it's player over ball now.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, demos have been the #1 thing that we've seen in every type of competitive levels. I mean, everyone just goes for bumps and demos. That seems to be the meta for right now, and it's a meta to kind of hate as a player, but when you're watching it, you just get to see the creativity that comes out of it.
Yeah, and I can't wait to see if SFK can battle back here. Ozzy nails one into Dallas's half, and SFK is going to try to keep the pressure here. They're down 1 minute, 44 seconds left. They're going to have to work something here together to battle back. Dallas really doing a great job keeping the pressure high as Billy puts this one over in the corner. Pops it up over one. That's a shot there from Rebel, and Rebel's going to put 2-0. 1 minute, 32 seconds left.
Well, Billy pops this up, and Rebel is up early. Servette doesn't even see Rebel up. That's how fast he went up. He tried to guess where the ball was going to go, but I mean, at that point, Rebel just has an open net right in front of him. 2-0 Dallas, looking to repeat the same scoreline as game #1.
GG's going to have a booming clear here deep into SFK territory. Servette plays into own corner.
Oh, and he gets a touch right there as now Servette trying to get back to this ball. He's going to keep it close. Win a 50. He still has 0 boost. Billy just picked up 100. He had the advantage there, but he didn't actually use it as Billy uses the pass into the center to Rebel, but nothing comes out of it. GG up early for that one as now Santa Fe starting to run out of time. 50 seconds and counting until they suffer their second loss.
Ozzy trying to stay alive here with the push out of midfield, but not the touch Oni wants there in the corner. Rebel's going to have a shot on net. No one's around. Ozzy does get the save here. Gigi going to keep the pressure high. Center ball. Servette big clear into Dallas's half, but Billy's there. Played out into corner. That's a big clear there by Dallas. Dallas just keeping the pressure up high. This might be a shot opportunity. It is. Pass center to Gigi. Dallas showing you it takes two to tango. Great passing play here from him.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, Rebel just sends this into the center. Gigi puts this on the net. The save almost coming in by Oni. Unfortunately, he just couldn't get it. 3-0 Santa Fe. Not looking very good in game number 2. Same with that game number 1 went.
Big clear here by Oni. Oni trying to follow this one into corner. Gigi's going to get a touch into sidewall. As time is expiring, looks like Dallas is going to take game number 2 here. And SFK is really going to have to figure something out so they can take a game here and stay alive in the series.
Yeah, definitely. They got to figure something out. I mean, now that you're down, the only way to win is by first sweep. And how it's looking right now, I mean, the shots for both teams, not even that high compared to the last series that we had. I mean, the shots were outstanding. The goals were there, but in this series, it just seems as though both teams just playing slow, not trying to make too many mistakes. But Dallas winning this one 3-0, that just gives them the edge to just do the same in the next game.
I'm interested to see what happens here. Game 3, Dallas trying to shut it down early. Santa Fe just trying to stay alive. And Santa Fe, you compose yourself, take a breath, shake out the nerves, forget about game 1, game 2. Come out in game 3 and play your game. That's all you got to do to figure it out. I mean, it's there. When Santa Fe has that strong pressure, they can really be a threat to this Dallas defense. But as soon as they get confused and stuck in their own half, it's like almost like their communication goes out or something happens where they're just not having that chemistry there and they can't get it out of their own half. But once they keep that pressure and Santa Fe really starts to click, they're going to be a threat to this Dallas defense. And game 3, if they can figure that out, we might have a long series here.
Yeah, I definitely agree with you. I mean, the only thing that has to click is the offense for the Santa Fe lineup. I mean, we've seen them have sometimes of offense, but most of the time the possession is in the Dallas end. I mean, Dallas is controlling this game. They're playing at their speed. Santa Fe has to find a way to just throw Dallas off. I mean, this game is going to be crucial. Game number 3, Dallas looking at the verge of 3-0ing Santa Fe, trying to push a reverse sweep possibility.
Rebel's going to be following this one. Ozzy is up to meet him. Gigi does play it into corner. Center ball, Oni's there. Plays it out to sidewall. Will take possession here. Does bang it, but Billy is up off sidewall. Servette with a miss there. Rebel over to sidewall. Billy and Rebel double commit here. Ozzy, this is a scoring opportunity for SFK here. 2-on-1. Ozzy trying to get it past the net. That's up on back wall. Oni's following it. That's sealing it down. Servette, last man, can't finish it. Rebel's going to clear it out. That's a dangerous ball. Center, right watch out. Oh, but Ozzy able to clear it.
Oh, Rebel now maybe wanted to pop that out more towards the net, but unfortunately the ball doesn't go where he wants it to. Rebel and Billy deciding who wants the ball. Billy says, move out the way, I got this, and finishes in the net. Dallas taking a 1-0 lead.
That was calculated courses, 100%. Billy was like, hey, we're going to work on this play where I run into the back of you, push you out of the way, and then I flick it in the net. And that's what they've been practicing, and it looks like it worked out this time. Dallas going to take a 1-goal lead here early. 4 minutes, 10 seconds left in the game.
Yeah, those types of plays are hard to practice, but when you get it like that, I mean, the practice makes it perfect. Clearly, they had that one recited, and that is a goal of wonders. I expect that one to be in the top 5. But as of right now, Billy getting a 50-50 with Oni. Oni now popping this towards the net. A double whiff right there as Rebel clears this off. Servette has to make a touch towards the back. Servette going up once again, doesn't get a touch to follow. And Billy on the sidewall, finally going to commit and get this ball, trying to recover fast. As he does is now Gigi up for this one, doesn't get a touch, and Oni's there for a clear.
Gigi's gonna pass over to Rebel here. Rebel's gonna have a shot and gets it past Ozzy. Servette not able to rotate back, and Rebel's gonna put it in. Whoa, what the heck, man?
It's just the simplest of touches. Sometimes all you gotta do is make the smallest and lightest touch to get it past the defender. And that's what we saw in this one. I mean, Dallas taking a 2-0 lead, 3 minutes and 24 seconds. Santa Fe, they still haven't found their groove, and they need to find it really fast.
Well, they have 3 minutes and 18 seconds to do so. Rebel's gonna follow this one into corner. Servette's gonna have a clear out to midfield. Billy's up for this one. Shot on net, it's soft. Oni out to Servette. Little miscommunication there as the double commit comes out. Servette does bang it over to net. That's gonna be off target, and Rebel's gonna take possession here.
Looks like Ozzy maybe just rotating back as Billy now putting this in his own corner, making sure that he could get boost and get a long clear. Servette's there to meet that clear as he puts it up. Oni already up for this one as he puts it on the back wall. Rebel now carrying this ball, maybe looking to put this one on the net as he gets the flick just wide though. Ozzy just gonna go ahead and throw it into the corner for reassurance. Oni now meeting this ball in midair as the shot comes on from Billy. He was honestly up for that one for a long time. As now Oni sets this up in the backboard. This could be the goal that they need, but unfortunately it goes post and out.
SFK had a great opportunity there, and they were just a hair on their chin away from putting that one in, and Dallas is going to be able to clear this one out and just put the pressure back on them. SFK really looking a lot better, though. They're having a lot more opportunities, and they're playing a lot better, and you got 2 minutes left. It's doable. It's doable, SFK.
Well, it's definitely doable, but they need to find their groove, and they need to find the back of the net, first of all. I mean, they've been completely shut out this whole series. But as of right now, GG trying to put this into the backboard. Servette was a AFK for a bit, and maybe that is the strategy as Oni's going to go ahead and put this in the net. SFK 1 goal away.
You know, sometimes if you confuse the other team and then make them freeze like, oh, hey, he's AFK, I'm not going to play either. That's just a strat, and it turns out it worked for SFK here. Oni's going to put one in. They have a minute 41 to put another one in here. Dallas up 2-1. Servette's going to have a touch here. Oni going to take it away from him. Billy does get a touch past Oni, but Ozzy's going to be up off the ceiling. Does miss. GG missed the ball too, though. Rebel getting beat by Servette. That's 2-on-1 opportunity here for SFK. Billy, great challenge here. Plays it over to sidewall, and GG's going to clear this one out.
Yeah. Oni now taking possession of this ball. Billy meets him on the wall. Billy tries to get a dunk on Servette, but now this is a shot opportunity just wide. Oni puts this on towards the net. That is almost an own goal by GG, but cleared out by Rebel. Dallas dodging a bullet right there.
Great stuff here from SFK. They're really battling back. They're showing you they want to stay alive in this series. Dallas just trying to end it here. GG going for a flip reset, but it is cleared out. Rebel taking his time here, flicks past one. Oni bangs it out to sidewall. Billy's up to meet it. Plays it over into mid. Oni crosses it across the field. Rebel with the miss there. GG with a miss. This is an opportunity for SFK. That's a 3-on-1. Servette bring it into corner, slows it down a lot, and that might be not what SFK wants. They had the pressure, they had the speed, but that slowdown in the corner really slowed their attack, and Rebel's going to have a counterattack, and he's going to put it in.
Well, with 21 seconds, Rebel's going to go ahead and secure the third goal for Dallas. I mean, if things could get worse, they just got much worse. I mean, this has 3-0 win all over it. Dallas, I mean, they just came to play today, unfortunately, and Santa Fe, they just didn't. They caught the groove right there for a bit, but they just couldn't find it.
Yeah, I mean, Santa Fe, there were little hints of it there every now and then, but Dallas's pressure was just overwhelming for this SFK, and looks like SFK is going to be leaving early here. They're going to take the series loss 3-0. Dallas with a 3-0 win over Santa Fe here, and they led the game.
Yeah, it looks like SFK just rage quitting right there, as there's only one player on the field for SFK. That's unfortunate to see. I mean, there's no sportsmanship conduct, but I mean, GG's all around. There's nothing you could do. I mean, Dallas just had them in the ropes. And it looks like SFK just couldn't hang on to that rope. 4-1 victory right here as a 3-0 sweep comes out by Dallas and Santa Fe. They're going to be hurting for this one.
I mean, what? I mean, I understand, but man, Dallas came to play today, and they really kept that pressure up on Santa Fe, and Santa Fe just wasn't able to just beat through that pressure, and Dallas is going to take this game. And that's going to do it for me in courses. That's the first half. We got 2 more series coming up for you here in the back half, so don't go away. We're going to take a short intermission here, and we'll be back with some more Ramen Bowl matchups. Later, guys.
Please remind. Tell me what's on your mind. Pretty stranger, please be mine. Tell me what's on your mind. You've been acting stranger every night, but I'm feeling right, 'cause I'm into you. You've been acting stranger every time. Won't you speak your mind? What's gotten into you? So please be mine. Tell me what's on your mind. Pretty stranger, please be mine. Tell me what's on your mind. Pretty stranger, please be mine. Stranger every night, but I'm feeling right, 'cause I'm into you. You've been acting stranger every time. Won't you speak your mind? What's gotten into you? So please be mine.
box. He's got Justin trying to shadow him here. Deluxe waiting actually out. Doesn't need him though, as Cheesy puts in a lot of solo plays this one, but New York has 3.
Cheesy just taking it up the wall, realizing that no one has jumped except Justin, and then Justin's just a little bit too slow, and no one back. Again, just like the first goal, New York beating one on the wall and having no one.
For Nashville, York going to try and pop that off the sidewall. Fishwell's lurking in midfield, but I think Level's going to get the touch away. Rogan is in the back. Clears it down. Gore lurking and up at the Baltimore end of the field, down to Rugen off the backboard. Fishwell's up for it already towards net again. The defense isn't there, and that's going to be 2 for Nashville.
Eric Rocks was all by himself all the way back. Couldn't get to that pass in time, and then didn't get up in time to block this shot. Oliveira going on the backboard.
Okay, I do not want to rub off on Leandro Cow. He does not need to be saying the things that I'm saying on the field. Cheesy going to try and put that off the backboard. Can he get the double touch? He's going to do it, and there it is. That's 3-1 for New York with 30 seconds left.
So I think sometime in the last 10 seconds, someone told New York that they need to score a goal because they've gotten 3 in 10 or 15 seconds. That time, Cheesy draws by the first time. And now, Detroit, the one down by 2, needs a goal and then needs another one. It's going to be a hard road. And after the flip reset and the follow-up from Cheesy and Deluxe, it might just wrap up this game.
Somebody clip that man, because he is popping off right now. What a flip reset pass down to Deluxe. The defense was not ready for it at all, and that's themselves, but it's not going to happen as Typhon jumps up high for that. 2 minutes, 10 seconds. Justin to Detroit for the clear. Snoopy going to try and get it past midfield. He does up high. He has an opportunity here. Does he have the boost for it to try and get it down? What a touch by Snoopy, and that's New York picking up another one.
Snoopy scooping under the ball for the flip reset, jumping over Retroid to start, and then notices all the time, gets under and baits out both of the others with that second touch, finding the exact top corner and getting the second goal for New York.
All right, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Ramen Bowl action continues here on United Rogue. I am Scotty P, and joining me is that hazard from the Hacienda, Danger Taco.
Ooh, spicy intro. I like it, Scotty. Hello, everybody. So we are here bringing you guys the Carolina Reapers and the New England Valhalla. I'm interested to see how this one's going to go down. I have friends on both sides of this matchup, so it's going to be interesting to see how these playstyles clash and how the teammates coalesce with one another to bring you guys some spicy action coming in. So as we're waiting for this kickoff to come in, Scotty, NEV having a bit of a statistical anomaly on their hands. So I want to really urge viewers not to go to the spreadsheets and really judge conclusions just based off that.
Indeed. Carolina's played 4 series so far. They are 3-1 in those series. New England's only played 3. Their other one is later tonight. They are 1-2, but that one win actually is a result of a forfeit. So they have yet to win a game, an actual played game, because their other win was by forfeit. Nothing was actually played in that series.
Yeah, so if you look at their team stat rankings, they're behind quite a lot of teams. They're dead last in a lot of stats, but it's also just because they haven't had nearly as many games to play as everyone else. So I'm interested to see how they're going to come out as they're facing quite the opposition here. Silhouette is quite a high-ranked player, and Carolina's definitely been cracking in a lot of goals. And right now, they're definitely having a better heap of the pressure so far, as NEV has barely been able to get it out of their half as Soccer Sean tries to get a redirect. No luck there, and Silhouette's just going to barely keep it in before it clear.
Carolina's rotations have been looking pretty good so far, whereas New England with G-Human, Funt, and the Wheat have been very much on the defensive, just having to try to block out as many touches as they can as that came close. G-Human had to make that save.
It's really just struggling to connect with any of these clears is fun. The last person back will go for that one. It's a high lob into the middle. Silhouette is up to meet it. It's off the ceiling, but it's going to be wide. And Wheat's going to get a clear, but get demoed for their efforts. Bell not able to keep it in. Soccer Sean's going to come across, and that's still going to stay on this NEV half. They're really struggling to break out, but this Carolina rotation is just flawlessly keeping them just basically stapled to their back wall.
Yeah, we're a third of the way through the game now. It's still scoreless. but Carolina, each player's had a shot, and there's been very little time across midfield. That was all of about 1 second over the midfield stripe just there.
As this pass comes into Bell, it's not able to be converted, and Wheat is going to be able to take this one out along with G-Human. They bump each other, and another clear goes back right at the NEV goal. It's just so oppressive. This pressure as Bell and Soccer Shaw try to get it. The Doomsy dish will be converted, and that's finally a goal.
Yeah, they hung up there on the backboard just a little while. Soccer Sean holds off the second touch. Oh, Bell actually looked like he almost was trying to drop it down onto Sean, but maybe just didn't quite contact it. Either way, it's a goal for Carolina.
Certainly so, and as we're looking for a kickoff, things are going to have to reset and reset quickly for NEV. I know this is game one, but this is not the best start to a series that you could hope for, as this is all these passing plays, all this pressure. It's just wasting boost for NEV, and it's really hard to convert out of midfield when you can't put together a pass. But this could be something. Funt's trying to chase it. Silhouette will hit that to the corner and then loop back out. Wheat into the corner for the first time of this game, weirdly enough to say. G-Human back in the middle, saved by Bell, but it's not going to be controlled. Funt coming up. It is down the line, but it's on the ground. Silhouette will hit it. Not the best clear, though. Wheat on the near post. It's a great save by Silhouette across the goal face. G-Human keeping the pressure going. This is exactly what I want to see from NEV, but how long can they maintain it? Funt will get a 50 across. G-Human on the shot. It's going to be another one in the middle. The Silhouette will be able to clear that, and Soccer Sean will be able to hit it up the line to buy them a little bit of time.
Yeah, when they can get the offensive pressure, their rotations are looking pretty good, and there's the tying goal for them.
And that's really against the grain of play here. I feel like NEV has been suffocated, but they get one breakout, and then rewarded with a goal. Sometimes it's a little debilitating. You finally break out, and then you get pushed right back in. But we're all tied up here. If you watch the first minute of this game, I don't think you would have predicted this coming out. 2 minutes into the game, or remaining rather, in this game, and it's all tied up. Anything can happen, but they need to get the defense straight as the whiff comes out there, but they do have a chance to break out now.
Being placed on the back foot for the vast majority of this game so far, but still 2 minutes left. You know, they got off the back foot. They were able to get a little bit of a push going. You know, found that tying goal. It wasn't the cleanest, but it scored, and that's what counts. So now we have just a third of a game left for somebody to score the next one.
And it's going to be dangerous. 2 players off. Silhouette tries to get a redirect, but Wheat patiently will allow that ball to go past and gets another one into the corner. Can they follow it for another time? It's a pass in the middle. Bell needs a flick. It does get it over. Funt was charging in, going for that 50. G-Human on the near post as Bell hits it over them. Soccer Shaw in the middle cannot get the best contact. Bell pass in the middle, but it's just too far for Silhouette. G-Human tries to clear, but that's not the best. It's right in the middle, but Silhouette can't adjust either. It's really, really getting close for NEV as they're serving some dangerous balls into the middle, inadvertently trying to get this clear as this pressure just keeps coming in as Silhouette denied. And it again goes up the sidewall, and Bell will try to serve it across.
Yeah, I can't really say that New England's defenses have been bad. I mean, they have 4 saves on 4 shots somehow, but it's just they've been kind of scrambled here and there. The rotation not really set, but they've managed to find a way to get the saves when it counts. And so as we approach golden goal territory, they are still even in this game.
And G-Human will try to get a tap on that one, and they will be able to. Soccer Sean onto the back wall. Funt needs a touch on it and does get it. Silhouette shot into the middle, but G-Human will reach it. That's actually a pass to Funt. It's an open net. Can they convert a near post shot? And it's saved. It's off the near post and out from Soccer Sean. Great rotation back on the back post as now they're trying to take it all the way across. It's an open hit in the middle for Silhouette. It's on target, but it's saved by the Wheat. So again, like you said, Scotty, say what you want about the NEV defense, but they are getting these saves, and as we're about to hit 0 seconds, they might even get one to take the lead, but that pass just too direct, and that will be cleared all the way down. And as we hit 0 seconds, it might be an overtime.
It is indeed an overtime, and New England, I think, happy with that because Carolina had the numbers coming. I think they're glad to just get that ball on the ground, get a reset with this kickoff, and make a shot for the overtime goal.
That's a miss in the midfield, but G-Human is up for it. That's another miss. Let's just call them fakes for now, but Funt will hit that to the corner, get a double to hold it up into the corner. Wheat in the midfield, high chip across the goal face. Bell will pounce on that one. It's top corner to commit, and one saves. Wheat's trying to turn around, but cannot get it. Soccer Sean seals it for the Reapers.
Unfortunately, New England not able to get to this one. G-Human was backwards to it. Funt puts it off the post, and then it goes off the hood of the Wheat. Soccer Sean right on the doorstep. He finishes that off. Carolina with the first win of this series.
And that's a brutal result. I really was saluting NEV for coming back in that one. They were playing really solid down the stretch. They just didn't have that tiny little grain of productivity that I feel like Carolina did. They were putting on a lot of pressure, but New England had opportunities, but sometimes you just don't score as many, and that's just how it goes. But it's an encouraging start for them.
Yeah, I mean, they only managed 2 shots in that whole game. Carolina coming out with 9. So, New England never, outside that one push, never really got a lot of the extended pressure. Carolina just was grinding. You didn't really get a lot of the pretty plays, but they were directing the ball to each other, making the opportunities, making New England miss, and that'll continue to pay dividends as we continue in this series.
And any of you can't really feel too left out there. This is a pattern in a lot of Carolina's games. If you look at their statistics, they're 3rd in the Eastern Conference, but a lot of that is based off, I think, offensive pressure. They're 4th in shots per game at 9.6 about games. So if anything, they're underperforming this match, and they're 5th in goal differential. So they do pour on a lot of pressure, and they're 5th in goals per game, just sitting right underneath 3 goals a game. So this is a team that knows how to score, and if any of you can keep it out and like they were and put in maybe 1 or 2 a game, as long as the defense holds, it's a winnable series. But I can't say I'm too optimistic based on that amount of pressure, or at least the stark difference in the shot differential.
Yeah. Indeed, that seemed like a fairly average game for Carolina based on the numbers you were quoting. New England, I don't know if that was an average game for them based on what they've played, but it definitely needs to not be average for them, or they will be facing yet another 0-3 defeat.
Certainly so. And as we move on to Utopia Dusk, I believe, beautiful stadium, but we're going to have to see some carnage go down on the pitch as the Reapers are trying to take a 2-0 lead, and NEV's trying to fight their way back in. But it's an encouraging start so far from NEV as they're able to contest the ball well in the midfield and seeming like they need to calm themselves down just a little bit, but the Reaper pressure can be pretty overwhelming, and if they can manage that, I'm optimistic, and G-Human and Wheat, they're buddies of mine, so it's going to be interesting to see how these guys are able to respond as Silhouette tries a passing play immediately with Soccer Sean, but it's going to go past everyone and into the corner. Silhouette is trying to dish it down, and dish it down they do, but it's a great up by Wheat. All 3 players for Carolina trying to get back now as Wheat is advancing up the field. It's a great 50 into the corner, collects the 100, leaves it for Funt, but Funt gets bumped out of the way, and G-Human's going to have to try and get back. Takes it off the ceiling, tries for the flip reset, can't quite get it. Bell, it couldn't be on target. Funt makes the save, and it will go to the corner. Just about a minute into this one, and it's still 0-0. Not much has changed, but NEV looking like they have a little bit more potential breaking out.
Yeah, either way, that was an amazing bump by Silhouette. Managed to hit, I believe it was Funt, just right on his back quarter panel, push him away from the ball, and that generated counterattack pressure the other way for Carolina. They were able to get a very, not exactly high danger shot of it, but a good shot out of it.
Certainly so, and Silhouette, what a pass, a Soccer Shot, it's just over. Can Silhouette turn? Fun can't make the clear. This could be an open shot. Bell in the near post, it's a great save, and Wheat will complete the clear. Again, the defense is holding so far for NEV, and G-Human's just trying to keep it processed, but Carolina's so quick on getting these reads out of defense and clearing it back down. As Silhouette is getting multiple touches to keep it into the NEV half, but Wheat will finally complete the clear as they try to go all the way down. And this is a dangerous one. Funt is up for it. It's a settled on the near post. What a save. It's still 0-0 as the ball goes into the midfield. Soccer Sean into the far side, but it's saved across the goal. Back and forth action so far.
And that may have been the best chance that New England has had in this series so far, as sending that across to Funt, but he wasn't able to get it in, dropped it off the hood of Silhouette and out. So we're 2 minutes in. Carolina, again, coming out with the shots. They have 5 already in just 2 minutes. New England been held to just 1 single attempt on goal.
And G-Human lurking all the way back on defense. They will go up the near side and hit it. Not the best clear, though. Bell's trying to get on it. Will be bamboozled with that tiny touch. Ball is going to be pinched all the way out. Wheat is high up for it. It's a contact with Silhouette. Funt with the shot. It's going to be chipped into the middle. Who can follow? As G-Human, the last person back, gets demoed. Wheat's going to have to take their spot and try and take it on an air dribble, but this pressure continues. Bell with a great 50, and now the ball is just lurking in the midfield. It's no definitive shot is able to come out, and now Silhouette is going to be able to try and slow play this out of midfield as they take to the air on this one, and it's going to be off target, but the pressure's not done. Soccer Sean gets their shot saved. Bell off target, and now Soccer Sean again is trying to get in there. Starting to slow down a little bit, but the counters are still real as this one will rocket across and Funt is on the chase.
Yep, I cannot say enough good about the defensive work that Silhouette has been putting in. He's been getting bumps, he's been getting defensive demos, challenges in the right places at the right times. He may not be shooting and scoring as much for Carolina. He actually has the least shots out of the 3, but he has been putting in the work defensively.
Yeah, and that's not always the worst thing. Jordan last season for Cleveland, that was a team that made the finals of the Ramen Bowl. The goals were not that impressive, but when you looked at their overall productivity, when he's on the field, they're winning games. You might be seeing a similar reaction from a fellow 180 salary player in Silhouette here for Carolina, definitely holding down the midfield and going for demos. As I say that, he clears Funt out of the way. Fortunately for Not, as Wheat's going to be able to take that into the corner.
I'm trying to drop one down here, but again, Silhouette with the late challenge. Otherwise, that was a shot all day for G-Human.
And shot on target, Wheat's last back, it will be to the side. It's a great touch by Soccer Sean, but Wheat somehow turns around and will get that touch. Funt fakes him out a little bit, but Silhouette, who is not ultimately fooled, gets one onto the backboard. Funt's trying to get it, doesn't touch it. Soccer Sean on the backboard. Bell is up for it. Wheat, brilliant touch to save it. It's into the middle. Silhouette's trying to react to it, will get a touch. No follow from them, but G-Human trying to slow play it onto the wall. The pinch will go nowhere, but into the middle. No contest. Bell shot. It's saved again by Funt. So many saves coming out from New England. That will be their 8th, as that long clear will go down, and Silhouette will try to gather it. And they miss it. Wheat off the backboard. G-Human, the bounce shot. They take the lead.
Yeah, the momentum. New England didn't seem like they had a lot of momentum, but they've been getting those quick counterattack looks at times. Tipped off the end wall. G-Human comes in, puts it off the side of his car. And now Carolina going to have to dig real deep because they are in a hole now for the first time with 32 to play.
Against the run of play, of all players to miss a clear, I would have not put my money on Silhouette. That's a brutal mistake. It's their only one that I can really see this game, and they don't have a lot of time to correct for it. 20 seconds remaining as Funt will send another one down and get a dunk. They're great at getting these tiny touches in the defensive third. G-Human's trying to get on this one as it's sent up the line. Wheat will complete the clear. Soccer shot a little bit screwed up, and every miss from Carolina is a second off the clock. 4 seconds remaining. Can NEV hold on to this lead? It's slight, but it could be enough as Soccer Sean puts it into the ground. New England has tied this series up.
Yes, and more importantly, they have taken their first game win of the season. You know, the struggles have been real, but they've come out, they've got saves, they've been strong defensively. You know, they haven't been an offensive juggernaut, but they've made the touches when it counts, just enough here to come out with a 1-0 victory and level the series.
That's such a crazy result. If you hide the goal and assist columns, just look at the saves and shots. I would have not anticipated that being the difference. They have only 3 shots that whole series, and it's all you really need. It doesn't matter what a win looks like. They all count the same. And it seems like we are having a server request from everyone as Bell actually exits the lobby. So we're going to throw you guys to a brief intermission as we get a new server set up here so the series can continue. But we'll be right back with Game 3 of Carolina and New England.
I'm falling on my knees just to see if I can still bleed. 'Cause with you I'm superhuman. Hope it's not a grand delusion. So keep me in this state of mind. Tell me that it's real life. 'Cause with you I'm superhuman, superhuman.
calling out my name from inside the room. I can look tough, but I don't think they'll notice. The girl in the train look kinda cute, and I don't know what to say. Open all my doors, but it is hard to face the truth. So I'm trying to remember.
All right, let's try that again, huh? Psionics with the servers causing us all kinds of heartache, but we've got a new one all set up here on DFH Stadium. One game apiece, and we're going to go right into game number 3. Looks like Bell and G Human for the kickoff. We're going to get the countdown on the screen in a moment, and Taco, I'll have you take it away from there.
Thank you very much, Scotty. And yeah, we apologize everyone for the server issues. Not much answers there, but really not many answers for Carolina on that last loss. It's just still shocking to me that Eddie V is able to squeak that one out, but that really shows kind of the brutality of this game sometimes. You make one mistake on a defensive clear, and that's all it takes for a loss to come in, even with all that offensive pressure. So I'm really curious to see if the Valhalla, how they're going to adjust from this. Is it going to give them morale? Is it going to force more mistakes out of Carolina? Or is that just an anomaly?
I mean, it's got to give them at least some kind of momentum, being their first win of the season, coming out here, playing with a very strong Carolina team that's been 3-1 in their series so far. Knowing that they were going to be the underdogs coming in, they have still been, fighting back with everything they can. Usually you don't like to see a team with a lot of saves because that means they're having a lot of shots against. But in this case, they have been absolute walls back there.
Certainly, and a lot of saves is not always the best stat you want, but hey, if you're getting wins off of games with a lot of saves, then that's the best case scenario. It shows that your defense is holding up, although you ideally want to cut those shots off before they happen. And right now, Fun is trying to make offense of their own as that one will go all the way down, but Silhouette is able to chip that over. Doesn't get the following touch, Bell off into the corner, but that's just going to set up a clear from Wheat, and it's going to bounce potentially a little bit awkward as Sakashan's going to have to go up the wall for that one as G-Human settles it actually low. Bell on the backflip. It's a high lob. Silhouette is going to have to beat Wheat to it. Wheat, brilliant pass down to Fun, but it's a great save from Sakashan, and Silhouette will be able to get that high lob. G-Human, last person back, will be able to touch it before Bell, or so I thought. The Wheat's actually going to clear it instead. Pressure's still not over as Fun is waiting for that ball to bounce. It's a pass down the line to Wheat, but that will be cut off the backboard. G-Human, now a touch coming in, and Silhouette will bury it. One mistake, as we were saying, corrects the mistake from last game, and that's 1-0 for the Reapers early.
I was about to say that Carolina had come out looking a little rattled after going down in that game. They had yet to register a shot, but Silhouette comes out with not only the shot, but the goal, puts it right in the open spot. So Carolina once again gets the opportunity to play from in front.
And it's a high lob, and G-Human takes a little bit too much of a direct path to that one. Can't wrap around it. Ball into the corner, but Fun is able to get on that and make the miss. G-Human hits it to the corner. Silhouette and Bell are both in the corner. They got to watch the rotations a little bit. No harm, no foul, though. Silhouette will be able to clear it and follow, get a 50 in the midfield. Pressure still not over there. Sakashan, not the best read. It's a ball into the middle. Can Silhouette read it? They can't. G-Human a little bit bamboozled by that miss, as they also will drive right past it, as Fun will have to take over from there. But as the ball goes to the midfield, Sakashan will complete the transition. And Eddie V, they're looking a little bit better, but they're just missing that final touch to be able to put that ball into a dangerous area or be able to get that shot off. I'd like to see a little bit more passing from them.
Yeah, they've really been relying on the long clears, starting the counterattack quickly, and then getting the shot once they get up there. Oh, that could be unfortunate. Oh, it goes off the Wheat. It's a goal for Sakashan.
It's an unfortunate, unforced error there. G-Human trying to go up for a Bell was putting pressure on, so I guess I can't necessarily say unforced, but that contact needs to come out. It's 2-0 now as we crossed just barely into the second half of this game. And you do have a little bit more life in the tank if you end up going down in the series after this game. Either team can breathe a sigh of relief knowing they still have a chance, but ideally, this is not how you want to go down. NEV got a great win, but now they're starting to make a little bit of mistakes, and Carolina, instead of being the victims of having mistakes on them, they're actually turning out to be the benefactors here as they're opening up quite the lead here, and there's still a lot of time remaining.
And you said they need to get the passing plays going. New England's been looking for some of those passing plays either out of the corners or down from the ceiling, but Carolina has been ready with either one or sometimes even two defenders ready to block off all the angles, so Valhalla really struggling to get it to the front of the net because of that stifling defense.
I like the idea there. It's a pass over to G-Human, but it's just too direct, and they can't get on top of it, as that will go straight up into the ceiling. G-Human will take it across as Fun is waiting on the near post. Silhouette is just waiting for the pass to Sakashan. Tries a double tap, can't get it. Tries a triple tap, can't get it. And Bell will come in and put it wide. It's just barely missed there. It's still another goal that could have gone for Carolina, but NEV will breathe a sigh of relief and try and get a clear on down. G-Human not able to make contact on that one. Wheat will send it down into the ground. Sakashan with the dunk and another one across. It doesn't matter if it goes in, it's all to waste time. A minute and 12 seconds remaining as Bell gets a pass. It's on the near post, but it's post and out as Sakashan follows up, but that will be saved again and it will go out into the midfield.
A couple sharp angle shots didn't go, but building that pressure on New England, and they're all 3-4. That could be a counterattack. Silhouette coming out. G-Human has to chase that one down. So again, New England scrambled and a little all over the place with those rotations.
And G-Human is going to be able to try and take it up. They have 45 seconds remaining to get to. It's not an impossible task, and that could be a start right here. Fun is up for it, but Silhouette is a little bit faster. Neither of them really get a great touch on it as Wheat comes in. It's going to the sideline as Sakashan trying to get it out. G-Human, quick rush. Will be able to touch that one. It's a double commit from him and Fun, but that is an open hit for the Wheat. It's a high lob. Fun's trying to get it. It's across the goal face. Wheat will touch it again. It's a high lob across the goal again. No one can touch it until Bell finally gets it out. Fun is keeping pressure, but are they able to convert it into a dangerous opportunity? The answer so far is no. G-Human comes up off of the sidewall. Great follow on the ball, but Wheat is there. Fun on the shot, but it's saved by Sakashan under 5, and this one has to be the Reapers.
Indeed, Silhouette just drives it in, drops the ball in the crease, and Carolina has taken it to match point. They have guaranteed themselves at least one leaderboard point from this match, and now they have a chance here to take all three. Actually, yeah, just one chance to take all 3 points out of this game.
Yeah, and for those of you who might be new to the league or might have forgotten those tiny nuances, if you do go to a Game 5, you will get guaranteed 1 point. So if a loser in Game 5 will get a point out of it, and that's even worse for the winner because you get only 2 points instead of those 3. Carolina, the way they've been playing, I think they might feel a little bit entitled to that Game 4 victory, but NAV shows that when they're not making those mistakes, they can hang in those matches. It's just all about execution. The shot's a little bit better, though. They're showing 5 in this one. It's encouraging, but just too many defensive errors.
Carolina actually did not have a single shot until about the 3:30 mark or a little bit after when Silhouette put that first goal in. After that point, Came Alive put 7 shots in the rest of the way. So they were still shooting at that same pace outside of that first minute and a half. New England came out with that fire. Carolina was looking a little bit rattled, but the goal goes in. The momentum swings the other way, and New England, they got their shots, but just kind of faded away. You could see from the save total even, not nearly as many saves as they did in the previous games.
And certainly, and I'm really curious to see how New England's going to adjust because we're giving these guys a minute between games to really commentate. Some people just ready up immediately and they just kind of sit and wait for the next lobby to go up. I feel like if New England could just buckle down a little bit on rotation, make sure they're getting consistent hits. It doesn't even need to be super dangerous all the time. It's just those whiffs in the midfield or on they're trying the counterattack are really killing them. So I'm interested to see how they can adjust, knowing that it's all on the line now.
Yeah, we shall see. That kickoff taking a roll towards G-Human, but Carolina driving it in right away. So New England trying to get that defensive rotation set, but they've been kind of struggling with it all series, but getting those long clears out does help.
And now Wheat will slow play it. It's a great aerial. Uncontested. Doesn't get the flip reset, but might not even be going for it. Not the best clear by Bell. It's off the sidewall. It's a rocket into the ceiling. Fun trying to get it just barely too high. Not able to get it underneath the bar. Wheat tries a challenge out of midfield. Bell will beat them to it as G-Human will take over. It's potentially a pass or just a mishit, but either way, it's going to go in the middle. Fun will get the save on the ensuing shot and tries to take it all the way up. It's a great hit off the backboard, and it's a great read by the Wheat, but it's just barely a miss. G-Human will keep the pressure alive, but NEV looking like an awoken team. Maybe the reality of the situation is setting in, but they need to hit the ball, and that's another couple misses going out. They breathe a sigh of relief, and they will clear their lines.
Realizing that they had that fourth teammate back there, the left post saves that shot against for Carolina. Things fairly even so far, just 2 shots aside. Carolina coming out, New England trying to match their pace. Still scoreless after the first third or so of the game.
And maybe a little bit hard to see for you guys watching this on director cam, but this is a very wide rotation taken from the Reapers, and it's really hard to get in goal sometimes when one player gets beat when you're so far apart from each other. Hopefully they can tighten that up for their own sake, but it's good news for NEV if they can keep this pressure. I love the speed, but this one will have to be rebuilt as the Wheat is going to take it into the corner, tries to get a 50 on it, but Bell will hit it across the goal face. Luckily 2-1 as Funt will clear their lines all the way into the corner for Silhouette to gather.
Another long punt from Funt, and it gives New England a chance to come forward. They're trying to roll it around the corner, but Carolina right there with the backboard clears every time. Not able to get anything into the crease.
And Sakshan will chip it high. Silhouette, V180, again trying to serve it into a dangerous position, and they do, but Wheat will get a good touch on this. Potential counterattack. They hit it up the line. It's bouncing in the middle, but Sakshan will get that. I'd like to see a little bit more passing plays. Funt was waiting in the middle. Hopefully they can try to dish those out in the future, as this one will go up and over the net for Wheat to take, and G-Human will try to be the benefactor of that pass, and it is a clear pass midfield for Bell to gather. Silhouette trying to correct for it. We'll touch it into the corner. G-Human lurking. It's a good double tap. Funt gathers it, puts it high, it's deflected, and is good pressure by NEV, but they haven't really threatened them too much. It's still an even game shot-wise and also on the scoreline, so I'd be interested to see if really this is going to be a game that comes down to one mistake.
Yeah, and Carolina bailed out a little bit on that one. They had all three in the corner, had an open-looking net if New England could have got it there. Unfortunately, they were not able, and Carolina able to get the clear by the skin of their teeth.
Silhouette up for this, not the best touch. It's a setup for Funt on the clear. It's down the field to Wheat. Wheat will try to redirect it. It's going to be off target, and Sakshan's going to take their time on this clear, but it's not the best. It's in the middle. Funt has a great shot, but it's a brilliant save to the side by Silhouette. The ball is still in the Carolina half, but the rotation is a little bit too deep from NEV, and they will clear back out when Carolina tried to get their lines out. However, they are struggling a little bit. NEV is putting them under a lot more pressure than they were earlier. Funt with the shot, but it's saved. Wheat's trying to get all the way back. Estella will lob that one high, but it will be tapped to the corner. 90 seconds remaining. We're still looking for that first goal.
Yeah, it is almost a script reversal here. New England coming out with 6 shots. Carolina only able to muster 3 to this point. Getting those drops down almost twice, almost. New England's had it in the back of the net. Silhouette has had to scrape it off the goal line. So Carolina's struggling. New England looking for that goal, but neither team has managed to find it yet.
G-Human, it's a soft touchdown to the corner, trying to keep possession. Ball goes across the middle as Wheat will get a boomer but clear. That's not even going to touch the ceiling. It's just going to keep going, and for Sakshan to try and gather. Funt, it's a good pressure on that one as Wheat's trying to salvage it. It's a dangerous ball across. G-Human's a little bit fooled. Silhouette is not. 1-0 to the Reapers.
Yeah, I think that was just an unlucky angle coming out. I think he got backwards to it. It goes across, beats G-Human to Silhouette right onto his front, straight into the goal. 53 seconds. Carolina again against the run of play. That seems like it's been the case this whole series. But against the run of play, this time it's Carolina the advantage of the lucky goal.
And no more lives for New England. They need to come back and get one to bring themselves back into this game, because this is match point for the Reapers. As Sakershan's trying to play some defense, and with giveaways like this, it gets a little antsy as 2 players miss on that one. NEV has had a lot of opportunities for these hits, and they put it in dangerous positions, but it doesn't matter how many you put on target. If you don't score a couple, G-Human gets one.
Oh, was that? It looked like an own goal, but no, G-Human must have put it in right on the doorstep. Let's see, great pass from Funt. G-Human catches it with his back end, puts it off the defender and in. So 29 seconds, golden goal territory coming up. We are all square in game 4.
I'm not going to count that as a caster curse, but I'm happy to see this game potentially go to a game 5. But much to the chagrin of the Reapers, they are wanting to close this one out when they can. It's a pass out of defense by Funt. It's a good clear by the Wheat across, away from pressure, as they're trying to consolidate the rotations, playing a little bit more conservative. However, this ball is still in dangerous positions. 10 seconds left. Silhouette steals the back corner. It's lobbed in the middle. Bell with a shot, top shelf, but it's off the crossbar. No follow from the Reapers. Silhouette trying to get it. It's on target. Brilliant save by the Wheat. It's still not over. 0 seconds. Another save. And we have overtime, Scotty, in game 4.
And look at the shot total for Carolina. They came out of nowhere from 3 and built their way all the way back to 9, shooting in bunches. The offensive service has been resumed. New England's going to have to find something quick, because Carolina, if they keep putting those shots, there's one close. Is it going to drop in? No, I think Silhouette tipped it away just enough in time.
GM serves it across. Wheat's coming. Bell does have the boost for it, but gets the save anyway. Fun is trying to come across for this one, but might get beaten out by Silhouette. It is indeed what has transpired there, as GM will get a great pitch save and chase it up, revitalize this New England team, looking a lot more confident going for these balls, and Silhouette's resorting to demoing some of these offensive players just to buy him a little bit of time. But you can't say that you're putting Eddie V in a corner because they're digging themselves out. It's all even here as the ball goes to the middle. G-Human will get bumped on the shot. Another critical bump to save a dangerous opportunity from coming out.
Yeah, it's not necessarily been an offensive derby. The goals have been hard to come by, but you can't say that New England hasn't pulled the stops out. They now have 9 shots of their own coming out, as that was a close one going across their crease. But 6 minutes of Rocket League, so many shots coming out between these teams. Lots of great looks, but we're looking for that one last one.
And that will be an even 50. Wheat's trying to get that clear, and does. G-Human potentially could have gotten on that, but that was rotating back, and instead you need a little bit of boost. Fun doesn't get that clear. It's an open shot. Silhouette, unfortunately for NEV, will end this one.
Yeah, Silhouette has had some spots, whether it be defensively or offensively. He has put the Reapers on his back, beats the last man, puts it into the left side of the net, and Carolina going to take all 3 points from this series. They win it in 4.
And it's a rough way to end it, but you can't be upset if you're NAV. I have to look at the silver linings in this one. That is some fantastic pressure after really struggling to get some offensive sparks all series long. They may have only gotten 1 goal, but brilliant saves from both sides. So really great series all around.
Yeah, that was the best they looked. That was the most complete game they've had all series. You know, they spent the first 2 or 3 games, sitting back, getting just the long clears and then trying to capitalize. This game, they really just pulled it out. They pushed the pace. They were able to match Carolina's speed, and it was just a very good, even game from both squads. If they would have come out and done that all series, I bet there was a good chance we could have had the result go the other way.
Certainly so, and we'll have to see how they do later on in the season, and we will be seeing them again on stream later on, so they have a lot of time to be able to improve and fix those kinks, but that will do it actually for this series, and we do have more action coming up. We're going to throw you guys to a quick break, but we're going to be right back with the Kansas City Carnage and the New Orleans Curse to round out this week of Ramen Bowl action. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
You paint a picture in my
All right, welcome back, everybody. We've got the nightcap match tonight in Ramen Bowl action. We have the Kansas City Carnage and from the Gulf Division, the New Orleans Curse. What do we know about these two teams, Taco?
Well, right now, it really seems like New Orleans has struggled down the stretch. They're 0-4 in their first 4 series, 0-2 in their division, obviously. So they need as many wins as they can possibly get to be able to bring their season back. They have a lot of games to play, but you never want to have to bring it back. And speaking of bringing it back, we're trying to bring back Bits. I believe Bits is actually not here after joining the lobby.
No, Bits was here. It might have been having some issues, but we got them all on the field. We'll get them underway. For Kansas City, it's Becky, Bits, and Smiles. For New Orleans, it's Queen Bee, South Carolina, and Wild Cherry coming out.
And Kira will be able to hit that off the backboard and try to foul that one. It's a lot of misses coming in. Could Queen Bee finish it? Actually, a fake potential or maybe a miscommunication on that one. Smiles is trying to take it out, but it is a lot of pressure coming out early from NOC as they are pouring it on, hitting it all the way across the field. And KC really struggling to get it out. And if any of you guys are longtime United Rogue viewers, rather, you would know that KC came out blazing in their first game of the series. They played on stream a while back, and they were just decimating the opposition with a lot of offensive pressure. So it's interesting to see that actually they have struggled a little bit to get too many more wins under their belt and actually not leading their division. So both of these teams have a lot on the line here, even if this is an early season match.
Especially New Orleans, who they've been playing hard. They've taken 2 series to 5 games, but they've yet to push it across and get 3 wins in the same series. They are 0-4 at this point, but playing Kansas City even through the first minute of game 1.
And Wild Cherry will be able to prevent that air dribble from going on the backboard. Becky serves in the middle. That's uncontested. South Carolina cannot get it, and Bits will convert one 1-0.
Let's see, a little bit of a double commit to a attempted challenge by the 2 defenders. Kira up on the end wall. Bits is down on the field ready for the touch. No chance to get that one, and Kansas City up 1-0 early.
And Wild Cherry will try and take this even, but Smiles gets a great hit to the side. Kira will hit that off the side wall. Bits is trying to advance up the field into the corner, will follow themselves. It's a great 50. It'll go straight up into the ceiling, but across the goal face. 2 commit to that one. A bit of double commits I'm seeing coming out from NOC early, but it hasn't harmed them too much. It is only a 1-goal lead, but I like to see a little bit more offensive pressure as they advance it up a little bit more composed.
Kansas City's had some opportunities so far, and they've been spending that zone time. New Orleans still looking for their first shot as we're about a third of the way through this first game. Smiles went up for a long one. That's dropping straight down. Bits doubles the lead.
And Queen Bee is just absolutely helpless on this one. Doesn't get the best touch here, but as you land, waterfalls are some of the hardest to read, and right here that shows why. No challenge from there, just super hard to understand where that one's going. Bits with no hesitation, and that's a 2-0 lead, just past 100 seconds now as we did this kickoff into this first game. And game 1, I don't like putting a lot of stock in them because of the factor of kind of warming up to the pace of the play. But it's not encouraging so far from NOC's offense. I'd like to see a little bit more coordination coming out of them. I know these players all know each other. They've been playing with each other a long time.
Yeah, finally managing to get their first shot on the board, but easily saved by Kansas City. Oh, that was a close one, but Smiles puts it off the right post. A chance for Kansas City to have gone 3-0, but it goes by the wayside.
Long clear up. Smiles, not the best touch. Wild Cherry's taking their time. Will backflip to save their opportunity. It's a high lob. Becky's up for it. It's a good clear into the midfield as Queen Bee will take it off of Kira, but maybe a miscommunication or something as they almost left the ball there. Kira will complete the clear up the line to Queen Bee. Nothing doing as Kira will be able to challenge it out of the midfield. Wild Cherry trying to gather it up will just lob it and go for a 50. And the pressure is getting really inconsistent from NOC. It's like they're advancing up the field, but then they have to slow it down. These awkward touches coming from KCC or their own teammates is slowing down progression, but this could be dangerous as this one's sent right into the ceiling, but it will go to the corner. It's a brilliant angle. Kira puts one on the board.
Amazing angle. I wasn't sure if this one was going to get to the front. Wild Cherry a couple touches off the ceiling. Kira almost with an over-the-shoulder shot straight under the crossbar. No contact, just clean in. And New Orleans with a nice shot and an amazing goal.
And Queen Bee and Kira both pressuring the ball well, but Smiles will be able to 50 their way out of that situation. Becky off the one post or one side wall. Bits in the middle for the shot, but they will be cleared by Wild Cherry as NOC's trying to get back. The pressure's still not over. Another one into the corner. It's tapped. It's a great pass into Becky. Becky off the backboard to go for that one. Wildchair is trying to bail it out. It will be a soft tap, but it will be off target. Bits will not be able to convert as they hit it off the back wall again. Here tries to get it out, but just so little boost in the tank, it seems, from NOC. As Smiles tries to get it out, but Wild Cherry will again be able to follow that one. And Queen Bee will finally be able to complete this clear as Wild Cherry will be able to get the be the benefactor of that 50 in the midfield.
And New Orleans being pinned back that far, I mean, you spend that much time in your own zone, you're basically restricted to just the 2 corner boosts, and that's all you can get. You don't really have a chance to go out and even get as far as the mid boost. So having those 200s, which the other team could very well steal, does not give you a lot of chances to fill up.
Kira tries to flick it down the line. Will put it down the line indeed, and not able to get underneath it as Becky tries to clear. Wild Cherry actually intercepts it, but not on target. It will go over. Bits will gather and take it up the side wall. Queen Bee shuts out that clear. No contest from Smiles. 2 little boosts, and Wild Cherry just places it.
Yeah, let's see what happens here. Bits tries to roll it up the corner. Queen Bee with a good contest. Wild Cherry gets in there. Smiles flips past it. Becky has to hesitate a second so he doesn't mess up the touch. And unfortunately not able to get Carr on it in time. A little bit backwards to that touch. And we are all tied up with a minute to play.
I almost wonder if Wild Cherry was just trying to get a slight little 50 on that or try to contest it, and Smiles might have just played the hard shot because he went right past it, and it's such a great placement for Wild Cherry, but it's certainly unfortunate, and that's exactly what they need, though. They're struggling down the stretch, but 2 goals just like that, and with 45 seconds remaining, it's anyone's game.
As this one goes across, flies up the corner, could be a chance for Smiles right in front. Kira has to tip that one away. Becky from a tight angle, another great save. New Orleans having to hold on tight. It's Kansas City keeping up with those shots.
And they are getting these nice clears, and they are able to follow it. Kira not making contact on that one, but they're still lurking. Wild Cherry and Kira settle around the goal. Wild Cherry is lurking and gets one! What a giveaway on the goal line, but what a finish!
Yeah, all 3 players for Kansas City right in the neighborhood of the net. Smiles not able to handle it on the end wall. Wild Cherry just a gentle little tip, gets it behind him and over the last defender there. And New Orleans, from being down 2-0 early, they have come back with 3 unanswered goals, taking us to this final 15 seconds with a 1-goal lead.
And that giveaway, and I called it a giveaway, but it wasn't even that egregious. It was just they're not able to get that 50 on the back wall, and I was wondering why they were so close to each other. I guess they knew something I didn't, because Wild Cherry read that perfectly. It's like they knew exactly what was going to happen, and Smiles, unfortunately, not able to get this one out. New Orleans, contrary to what you might have thought in the beginning, will get this first win.
Yep, and New Orleans has shown that they're able to stand up with some very good teams, even though they've yet to find a series win. They've been able to take some series to 5 games. So they take their first win here, going up 1-0 in the series, giving them a chance to play with a little bit of a lead here, put the monkey on Kansas City's back.
And that one was very interesting because Kansas City is a team that in week 1, they were playing very quickly, almost way too quickly at times, where it would result in really, really consistent offense because they would just beat everyone to it. And then the issue came really when they just got a little bit too greedy or they smelled the blood in the water and they committed too much. I didn't see the same type of KCC this match, and I kind of miss it because at times the offense was a little bit lacking. Both of us were actually kind of remarking like, because the close misses came in. So definitely still within their reach, but that's got to be disappointing giving up that lead and then also being able to give up the whole game right at the end there. I'm gonna be interested. What do you think might have to be the game plan for KCC going into this game too?
I think they're going to need to get back to what they were doing in that first minute and a half. They came out with 2 quick goals, took advantage of New Orleans being on the back foot. They had some really good pressure later in the game, but just weren't able to capitalize. But they just need to keep running up those opportunities and just manage to bury a couple more of them.
Oh, and these players are going to be joining in, so it's about to go kick them off and kick them a little bit in the booty to join in. But they are in the lobby, so we're going to get into this game too. And with a nice win from NOC, this is definitely going to be encouraging. Like we said, they have not yet to win a series, but they've gotten so incredibly close. So this could be the motivation they need. But I would be hard pressed to count out Bits, the 180 salary player, and his squad quite yet. So as we get kicked off here, the pressure is early in KCC's favor, but nothing coming out too much yet as we're playing a little bit of ping pong in the midfield.
Yeah, the one thing in general, KCC, as you said, a little bit tentative on defense, especially with those last couple goals in that first game. You know, sometimes holding back, not going in. You know, sometimes trying to avoid each other. Rotation maybe not there. but in one case, just a little bit tentative and not 100% going in on the challenges. So they know how to play offense, but the defense just struggling a little bit.
Walter tries to dribble in the middle, but that's a giveaway. Queen Bee can't save it, and Bits will put one on.
But just said they know how to play offense. Bits coming in from midfield, beats one, gets it over Kira. Last person back trying to make that over-the-shoulder save, can't get to it in time, and Kansas City once again with the first strike.
Walter, even kickoff. Kira will be able to go on that, but so does Queen Bee. It works out, though. They get into the midfield, and I think actually might have stolen that corner boost from Smiles as they're going to clear that all the way down. Walter with a great catch, tries to take it into the air, goes for a flip reset, still has the flip on it, but doesn't use it. Dunked instead on target. Queen Bee will get the clear. A little bit frantic from NOC, but they have not broken again. But they still need to get back in this. The first minute passes as a dangerous ball across. Bits is lurking, and Bits will score a second for KCC.
A great pass coming out from Smiles here in the corner. Kira puts it up. Smiles runs up the wall, off the backboard. Not quite a waterfall, but a tight angle down. Bits able to finish into the backside of the net. A great play coming out. Great pass from Smiles. We haven't said his name a whole lot so far in the series, but that was a great looking pass.
Certainly, and there can only be more to come when you're playing so confidently off the ceiling, off the back wall right there. Definitely trying to get creative with these setups. And Wild Cherry still trying to work the ball down the field for their team. Also getting creative, going for a lot of flip resets on a lot of these air dribbles. And unfortunately, it might be costing them a little bit on the rotation as they're coming in wide. No shot yet. Smiles will send it across. Bits dodges a demo from Kira and will be able to put that into the corner. But Wild Cherry will win that and it will go on target. Can Becky get the touch? Will be able to, but it's not out yet as Queen Bee will try to get a pass in the middle, but unfortunately just goes over and the attack will stall out.
Yeah, Kansas City's been playing all around the net, but there's an open net, and Bits, in just a minute and 44 seconds, has turned the hat trick. 3 straight shots, 3 straight goals.
And it's very brutal there. I could see the hesitation there. Here, we'll put it off the back wall, and Wild Cherry actually turned around, and as soon as they did, they realized what might transpire as Bits it went to the air, but it's just too far away and too little boost, too little speed to get to that one. 3-0 here, and we're not even 2 minutes in. And I really am curious to see how NOC is going to respond to this one. It's always rough when you go down, but especially when you the offensive success you found last game, it just doesn't really seem to be there in game 2.
Don't know, but they've got to find a way to shut down Bits. Bits has scored all 5 of the Kansas City goals so far, both of them in Game 1 and all 3 so far in Game 2. We've yet to see anything else come out from either Becky or Smiles as Bits goes for a 4th, but it kisses off the left post and out.
I would not have expected a miss there from Bits. I think they might have just gotten a little too cocky, went a little too quickly, even though it was an open net, but the post will deny them a 4th stat to pad their stats and their lead. But doesn't matter anyway when you're still putting them in. Smiles will score. Becky will assist him.
An amazing 1-2-3 play. Bits takes the touch in the corner, lays it out for Becky. Becky across to Smiles. 1 touch and then a second to course correct it. Dead center in the net. New Orleans just strung out a little bit too much. Looked almost bamboozled at how quick that play developed.
And halftime has come and gone now, and it is a 4-goal deficit here. Another double commit coming in from NOC. Smiles taking their time. One-on-one, it's a high flick. It's not in. Becky could put it in, but it will not be able to wrap around this one. As Wild Cherry is trying to get across it, but Bits will cut it out again. NOC just really struggling to put together anything this game. Only 2 shots, and even though NOC's only, or Kansas City rather, has only had 6, they're putting a lot of them on target, and more importantly, they're putting them in.
Yeah, haven't seen a lot of passing plays come out from New Orleans, at least not intentional ones. Haven't seen a lot of demos come out either, so those are a couple areas they might want to try to turn things up on. They only have 2 shots to the 6 of Kansas City, and they have yet to score a goal in this game number 2.
And also, and more importantly, there's 6 shots, but only 1 of them saved. The pressure is just not really there to be able to cut these passes out while as they're developing, or really be able to get that final pixel in to be able to prevent these shots from going on target or in. As Smiles again will send one on target, but will be saved. Bits is up for it. Uncontested potentially for a double tap. Doesn't go for it, but Smiles does. Not able to read the bounce down. And Queen Bee will get the air dribble to the side, trying to clear their lines, but it's sent back again. Not the best touch by Kira, and that will be a shot on target off the crossbar from Smiles. And will just be sitting there in the midfield. Where is the pressure from NOC? Becky takes it on the air dribble, but will be denied. Just the rotation so wide. There's just so little pressure as we're approaching 60 seconds remaining.
Yeah, the challenges have not been very strong for the Curse in this game. Kansas City able to almost just walk straight in on net as another chance Becky couldn't find the handle on it. but Kansas City shooting almost at will, not really being hampered in any fashion.
Pinch in the midfield. Kira will put it up line. Wild Cherry is there for the redirect, but Bits, unfortunately, will be exactly in place to save that one for NOC. Wild Cherry, early flick, not past the last defender. It was Becky will get that clear and will complete it all the way down. Queen Bee trying to get a touch, not able to. Becky can't put it in. Smiles will 5-0 here.
Yep, not able to finish it off themselves, but gets the second touch on the end wall, just kind of settles it down in center right there for Smiles. Last man right on target. And Kansas City just continuing to pound that nail into the coffin for this game.
It really seems to be a game of momentum. KCC just gets one on the board, and then ever since then, it's just been an avalanche of pressure. A lot of shots coming in as they have now eclipsed 10. They're sitting at 11 for this game and putting in almost half of all of them. It's a great shooting percentage to have, and at this point, they're just playing to for the mental aspect. This win is in the bag, but how much can you demoralize your opponent? Smiles almost gets a double tap.
Yeah, New Orleans really needs to get something up on the board because this has been a series of streaks so far. Had 2 early ones for Kansas City in Game 1. New Orleans scored 3 in a row, and now they've given up 5 consecutive goals to be shut out in Game 2. So it seems like it would be their turn to go on a little bit of a run, but they've got to find that first one.
And as we are now going into Game 3, we are all tied up in the series, and it's really a morale crusher to get kind of a squeaker of a win in Game 1 and then get blown out in Game 2. It's almost like, can we actually, did we just get lucky in Game 1? Like, what's happening? I really don't feel like this is too big of a deal. I feel like Kansas City is a team that once they get moving, it's hard to kind of stop that ball from rolling down the field. But it's a new game. You got to reset, and you got to realize that a lot of those mistakes are fixable. A lot of double commits, not the best clears. They didn't get a lot of defensive pressure, so they step up the speed a little bit, coordinate with each other a little bit more. I don't see that this series is out of hand for them, albeit that this scoreline seems a little bit extreme.
Yeah, exactly so. New Orleans, it's one thing to be blown out when you know you're going 100%. It's another thing to be blown out when you know you've got more left to give. The passing plays weren't there. The physical play wasn't there. They have a couple things that they can come out and try to capitalize on, try to isolate Kansas City in those key spots. But we're going to be taking a brief intermission because the server went down for maintenance.
Yeah, so we'll throw you guys to a quick break, and then we'll be right back with the Game 3 here in the series between Kansas City and New Orleans.
Raise your weapon, sing a song. War is here, we waited so long.
Back in quick. All right, welcome back, folks. We're coming in quickly because everybody's ready and raring to go. Game 3 coming up. It's 1 aside as we get the countdown ready. Avoids, welcome to the party with your party at 10. Welcome to the Rogues Gallery. We're about to get underway with Game 3 of our nightcap match. Take it away, Taco.
And it's a brutal one coming in for New Orleans as they squeaked out a win in Game 1. Game 2, they got a little bit blown out, but sometimes that just happens with KCC. They're a very quick team, and they haven't slowed down at all. Bits buries a brilliant placement bottom left.
Picking up where they left off in Game 1, had a hat trick, or Game 2, had a hat trick. This is now 6 unanswered goals for Kansas City, and the 3rd time in a row that they have scored first.
And it's only 10 seconds in, so you talk about resetting and getting your bearings for the next game, and then you're immediately down, so that's an unfortunate one for sure. But Wild Cherry is still playing quick and cutting out these passes. Queen Bee into the middle, Bits on target, but here we'll get a great clear, and who is back for KCC? That's gonna go off the backboard. I don't think anyone can read that. Maybe Queen Bee, but it's going to be denied. Wild Cherries is quick up for it. It's into the middle, Smiles gets bumped. Kira, but can they finish? It's off the post. Bits, what a save. Denied by the woodwork again, and NOC almost ties it up, but we will not be seeing any score from them yet, and it is encouraging, though, as the pressure's still not over. Queen Bee up for it. It's a great finish. What a pass. 1-1.
The bounce shot to perfection. Wild Cherry comes up for that, tips it to the backboard. Queen Bee coming in, gets it right off the whip with the tail, straight down and into the top half of the net with a bounce shot. New Orleans breaking that streak of 6. They've answered with a goal of their own.
And ball off the sidewall. Queen Bee's trying to get to it, but Smiles will just hit it to hit it. Wild Cherry gets the beat. Bits will have to come across. They're the last defender back, and they get bumped. Kira might not have realized how open that net might have been. It's a good touch across. Becky can't get it, but Smiles will complete the clear, and an air dribble potentially to beat Wild Cherry, but no beat will come in right there as they're holding up in the midfield. Bits trying to get a flick, will be denied by Queen Bee. On the follow, tries to read the bounce. Pass in the middle, potentially. It's just a little bit too far, and that will clear their lines. It's going a little bit back and forth now as both teams realize that they can't just steamroll anymore. This is really going to come down to whoever's executing better, as the series is still tied up as we're approaching 90 seconds in.
Yep, and I said New Orleans didn't get as much of the passing plays in game number 2, needed to bring them back. You know, had a good pass for that goal, had another one that led to that attempt there. Kansas City defense has been trying to hold up, but New Orleans showing a little bit of fight and starting a streak of their own. They get a second unanswered goal.
And it's such awkward touches for the last player back. Becky and Bits both commit on the near post. Kieran, maybe not the best touch initially, but bumps the goalie out, and Wild Cherry, 180 salary player for NOC, not going to miss those. 2-1 just as we cross that 90-second threshold. And they're looking revitalized, but they got to hold it. KCC, as we've seen, can go from 0 to 100 real quick.
Yes, indeed. This one's going to stay in the midfield. Queen Bee going up, going to take a long one. Let's see, can Wild Cherry, not Kira following it up. Bar down, it's hanging there. It's close, but tipped away by Smiles eventually.
And this is a lot of momentum that NOC's building up. If not for the woodwork, we might have been able to see 4 goals out from this squad. More cut to come, though. Queen Bee on the redirect. Can't touch that one. Kira up quickly. It's off the corner, and it will go awkwardly into the middle. Becky will have to gather it after Smiles is not able to touch it. Takes it into the midfield. It's a giveaway again, and this KCC offense in this 3rd game really struggling to advance down the field, it seems like. A lot of missed touches.
Struggling in transition. They've had some turnovers in midfield and struggling to find shots. They're being outshot 6-4 by New Orleans at this point. There was one right in front. Bits a little bit hesitant, it seems like, Taco.
A little bit, but they're still building pressure here. If not for that clear by Wild Cherry, might have seen a goal from Bits. So we've seen they can put them away when presented with the opportunity. Wild Cherry taps it to the side just to buy them a little bit of time, but they're still on the backboard. Queen Bee, it's straight up into the ceiling and cleared straight down. It's a long clear coming out there as Kira challenges well to be able to put that into the ceiling again, but Bits, plenty of time to set up a dribble. It's a dangerous man to leave alone in the midfield, but not able to convert it. Smiles into the corner, Becky off the back wall. They're up for it first. They will take it away from Smiles, and that will be cleared to the side. It's still in their half, though. NOC, the attack is not over for them.
Yeah, New Orleans needing a clear in the worst way, because you know not only is the longer the pressure, the more you feel it mentally, but you also feel it with the lack of boost. A hot shot off the bar, and the Wild Cherry drops into that one. A close save.
And they really can't have a lot of boost in it. When is it going to break? Maybe not yet, though. Wild Cherry to the side. Kira down the sideline. They're just trying to get any boost and any ability to get this ball out, but it's still in their half. Bits and Wild Cherry meet, and it's still sitting there. And you kind of wonder when the wall is going to break with this many shots coming out. So far, it's actually costing KCC enough boost for them to retreat as well, because a lot of them getting some deep rotations once these attacks are over. But again, Bits will send it on the backboard, but Wild Cherry will get a massive and much needed clear.
Yeah, Kansas City went from having 4 shots to 10, 6 shots on that long exchange. New Orleans finally getting it out, but coming right back on in. They need to stand strong for 50 seconds. They could put Kansas City to match point in this game number 3. But they've got to hold strong against this onslaught.
And Queen Bee will tap that to the corner. Bits is going to try and gather it, take it up the sidewall. Wild Cherry, it's a good pressure, but that's not the touch that they want. Kira is up for it. It's straight up, tube up for it. Can Kira get it? What a brilliant recovery there to tap it into the midfield and a pass from Wild Cherry. Becky's trying to take it to the side, and Kira will go right by them. Under 30 seconds remaining. 2 players, all 3 players now up for KCC. Can they get one at the death? They will not be able to. It's off the back wall. Kira gets a great 50 and Smiles trying to get all the way back. It's all the time wasted that they need. 10 seconds remaining. NOC's trying to hold on to this lead. Can they hold on to it until the death, Scotty?
We shall see. Final 5 seconds. It's in the corner. Bits trying to go up with it. Clock at 0. Wild Cherry saved away. New Orleans will get a clear. It hits the ground, and they've taken Kansas City to match point. They're up 2-1 in the series.
And they're eking out these wins, but this is just a pendulum of a series. They barely get a win first game, I believe 3-2, then a 5-0 loss, and then they bring it back with a 2-1 victory here in game 3. It's just so hard to predict what team we're going to see. It seems like Kansas City on transition was so kind of numbed, it seemed like. It's a lot of those attacks outside that one bout of pressure. It really seemed like it was all New Orleans' game.
Yeah, but then Kansas City absolutely turned it on. At one point, I believe I said it was 6 shots for New Orleans and 4 for Kansas City. New Orleans finished on 6 shots. They were not able to get a single shot for the rest of the game. Kansas City has gone to 13, so they found 9 shots in that last, I believe it was 2 or so minutes from that point. But it's been a series of streaks. So I have to see if New Orleans can continue their goal streak of 2 or if Kansas City can break it and start a streak of their own. They had 6 unanswered at one point, so they could just very easily turn around and score in buckets just that easily.
Yeah, and 13-6, as we were mentioning with the shot differential. It's not really what you want to see from a pressure standpoint. It really shows that you're putting under the gun a lot. But my teammates call me a stat patter. I really care about how many shots our team's getting, how many goals we're getting. But a lot of people got to remind me sometimes, and some people argue that really the only true stat that you should care about is that win, and that's what New Orleans is getting right now. Match point, like we said, and as we head into Urban Central night, this could be it for Kansas City, albeit with a lot of pressure. Not all of it has come to fruition.
Yep. Urban Central night, we've got cars under the stars. The question is, which stars will be coming out onto the field in this game? New Orleans looking for their first series win still. Kansas City wanting to force a game 5. But here we go with 5 minutes on the clock, Taco.
It's a high lob. Becky will go up for it. It will be tapped to the side. Bits with a great passing play to Smiles. It's cut out, but it's still sitting in the middle. Wild Cherry will get the clear, and that will bounce all the way down. And it's actually unprotected in the middle. Wild Cherry, they're out of boost. Can they put it in on the far post? They will. Where is the last defender?
Let's see. They had one there. It was one-on-one with Wild Cherry and Becky trying to catch up on the end wall. I believe that other defender, coming in, trying to get to the post. Had to go around the corner for boost, was probably low getting back. Could not reach it, and New Orleans now 3 unanswered goals going back to last game. Could be 4. It is!
And Kira will just pounce on that one. These wide rotations, and some would say that's why you cheat it, but even when you do, if you're that far away, it doesn't do any good. And what is happening with this NOC team? Opening up these leads, and it just seems like KCC, I never know what to expect out of them.
Well, like I said, it's been a series of streaks. We've had 2 streaks apiece now for both teams, but one thing has broken as far as streaks. This is the first game in the series that Kansas City did not score first. New Orleans coming out with the first 2 goals in this game. Kansas City now having to play from behind.
Wild Cherry almost gets a heck of a redirect, but that will go across the goal instead of on target. Bits trying to advance it with a flick, but Queen Bee, it's a great cutout in the midfield. Wild Cherry, it's a high one. It's going to waterfall straight down and on target, and that's an unfortunate own goal, I believe. Wild Cherry credited, but what happened here?
And let's see, Wild Cherry on the left, whopping around midfield. Waterfall straight down. Yeah, Becky, unfortunate. Think was going for a backboard clear and did not get the right angle. Tips it into net. It's now 4 straight goals for New Orleans and a 3-0 lead inside of a minute in this game 4.
And Smiles will try to take it to the air. It will be denied, but Bits is going to lob it to themselves. Queen Bee will cut that one out. It's a double commit, but it doesn't matter because Wild Cherry is going to land on it anyway. Ball will go dangerous in the middle. Kira with a soft touch to the side. It's a great pass into Bits, but it's a tough angle still. Gets it on target, but denied by Queen Bee. And Kira is there for the counterattack. Wild Cherry is boost. Can they get the double tap? And they will be able to put it on target. Another goal!
Another unfortunate touch coming out by Kansas City, but Wild Cherry, I mean, all 3 New Orleans players doing a great job to get that out. They all 3 touched that, and then it goes in off the defender. New Orleans just building on this goal streak. You know, they've gotten some fortunate bounces off the defense, but that is now 5 in a row, and they are clicking here, 4-0.
4-0 in a minute, in about 15 seconds, essentially, when that 4th goal came in. Wild Cherry already has a hat trick, and we're not even halfway through. But more importantly, KCC, this is it. You need to bring this series back, and you've really struggled to do much of anything. Only 2 shots coming out and 1 save from Bits, and that's all the stats that they have. And Smiles is trying to change it with a double tap, and will put me to shame. What a way to try and get some momentum here.
Yep, they've broken New Orleans' streak, and if, you know, the way this series has been going, it's time for Kansas City to start a streak of their own. Off the back roof of Smiles at a sharp angle, they get on the board here with 3:21 to play, still 2/3 of a game left here in game number 4.
And the kickoff will go to the side. Becky, it's a dangerous ball. Kira is awkwardly positioned, but uses their flip effectively. That will go to the side. Queen Bee lofts their boost and kind of feathers it just to get that tap to the side. Kira, up line, cut out. Queen Bee can't get on it. Wild Cherry will get dunked, but it will go to the opposite corner. Queen Bee will turn around on that one. Tries to take a good 50, and that will go all the way down the line as Smiles tries to take it across. Changes their mind halfway through, but that's a giveaway. Kira off the backboard. Queen Bee up for it. It's a difficult angle, not on target, but they will keep the pressure in the KCC half. As we're approaching halftime, it's still a 3-goal deficit.
Yeah, Kansas City showing some signs of life after that early run of goals from New Orleans, but they've got a lot of digging to do as we approach halftime. They have 4 shots, but only able to find the goal once. Spitz leads that into Smiles. It's off the ground and in. They've got yet another one, cutting it to 2.
It's an unfortunate touch. Bits gets a great touch here, and then maybe unexpected, that last one. Wild Cherry goes for a 50, but unfortunately might have jumped just a little bit off. That dunk will go straight in and right past halftime. 1 second, in fact. It is now a 2-goal lead that they have to hold. And with a team like KCC, and as you've said and pointed out quite adeptly, Scotty, that it's a game of streaks. You do not want KCC to be the one on the streak.
Yeah, but they are at this point building on that streak of 2. They still have 2 to make up, and we have about 2 minutes left. So many 2s, Taco, including 2 wins in this series for New Orleans. You have to think they smell blood in the water as they try to close this one out.
Yeah, but it's a tall order against any team, especially one that is so potent on offense when they're given their space, as Wild Cherry is trying to show that NOC also has a pretty potent offense when you give them space, but that one almost is going the opposite way. It's off the crossbar and post, I believe. It goes across the goal. Served across again. Smiles can't get there, and it's still in the NOC half, but Bits will get bumped and not be able to get much on this one. We'll just lob it across the goal, but no one on KCC is able to get that, and Wild Cherry will flick it high into the ceiling.
A little bit of a rotation correction from Kansas City. They were all clustered up in that corner. 2 had to go back either to get boost or recover position, so that left with nobody home in front for the pass from Bits.
And Wild Cherry will be able to get that clear. Becky's going to have to gather this one. It's not the best touch, but Queen Bee cannot punish. Just a little bit too hard of an angle. Kira has a shot. It will go across. Queen Bee will try to settle it onto the far side as Wild Cherry gathers it in the middle. That could be a giveaway, but it will be dunked by Kira into the corner as Queen Bee tries to take it across. It's a dangerous ball. Becky unmarked will put it on target, but Wild Cherry gets the clear, and that's just a lot of time wasted. Every single clear is seconds that KCC cannot afford to tick off the clock.
Yeah, especially seconds now that New Orleans spending in the Kansas City zone. That's going to drop in front. Wild Cherry scores, and the lead's back to 3.
What a banger to put in their 4th of the match. 51 seconds remaining, and really any quality team is going to struggle to come back from this one. 3-goal deficit. It's possible, but NOC has really woken up at the exact right time.
New Orleans broke Kansas City's streak, took the lead back to 3. So 50 seconds for 3 goals. That is a tough ask under any circumstances, but the Carnage are going to have to try it, or they are going to be going down in this series. Wild Cherry tries to take it out, but Smile's a good 50, but can't keep the pressure on, it seems like, Taco.
And a lot of unorthodox plays. You don't see a lot of players, teams being so confident to hit it across their own goal face. And NOC is doing that quite a lot. And I think it might be throwing them off, but whatever they're doing, they just got to keep it up for 30 more seconds, as 20 seconds actually will just reach the game countdown for KCC. And every single high clear is just more time wasted. Smiles puts it on target, but will be denied. And that certainly has to be the game as we reach 10 seconds left. NOC will be getting their first series win of the season, and it's a great win against such a dominant offense here at KCC.
Yep, they seemed a little hesitant coming out in that first game. Becky gets the goal at 0 seconds for a little bit of a pride goal at the very end. But it's New Orleans. It's going to take this 3-1, getting all 3 points and their first series win of the season. That's got to be a good feeling for them.
Certainly so. They are 4th in their division coming into this match, and that is dead last because there's only 4 spots per division, but certainly going to help them. It's a long season. They still have a mountain to climb on results, but this is a great way to build momentum on a stream in front of 100 people to get that win after getting really shellacked in game 2. It shows a lot of kind of mental bravery and kind of that fortitude to not just crumble after getting kind of squashed.
Yep. 3 weeks in the books, still 7 to play in this season. We'll be back on Thursday with Linguini League action. Check us out right here. Same time, same channel. I have been Scotty P.
And I've been Danger Taco.
On his box, he's got Justin trying to shadow him here. Deluxe waiting actually out. Doesn't need him though, as Cheesy puts in a lot of solo plays this one, but New York has 3.
Cheesy just taking it up the wall, realizing that no one has jumped except Justin, and then Justin's just a little bit too slow, and no one back. Again, just like the first goal, New York beating one on the wall and having no one.
For Nashville, we're going to try and pop that off the sidewall. Fishwell's lurking in midfield, but I think Level's going to get the touch away. Rogan is in the back. Clears it down. Gore lurking and up at the Baltimore end of the field, down to Rugen off the backboard. Fishwell's up for it already towards net again. The defense isn't there, and that's going to be 2 for Nashville.
Eric O'Rourke was all by himself all the way back. Couldn't get to that pass in time, and then didn't get up in time to block this shot. Oliveira going on the backboard.
Okay, I do not want to rub off on Elias Rakai. He does not need to be saying the things that I'm saying on the field. Cheesy going to try and put that off the backboard. Can he get the double touch? He's going to do it, and there it is. That's 3-1 for New York with 30 seconds left.
So I think sometime in the last 10 seconds, someone told New York that they need to score a goal because they've gotten 3, and